Word.
All right, let's get this show on the road. So last time, our intrepid group of adventurers finally made it
Your
to the
channel was
town
edited.
of Akaga. There it is.
Classic. Thank you.
Classic. You guys traveled your way there in the hope of getting two birds with one stone. Along your way, you met John Vorkaiser's longtime friend, possible love interest, Eris Calder, who was overseeing shipments of cranberries from the village of Akaga to the kind of what would be the town, the capital town of this district, Vorkaiser sur Lo. She seemed very concerned that something might have happened to them on the road because it seemed that the wildlife, which would normally be settling down for winter, has not, and has almost seemed to do the exact opposite and actually ramp up in activity, for better or for worse. You guys made it to Akaga last session. You saw that the town itself was fine upon first inspection. The carts and convoys of cranberries were all there, no harm, just withheld by the newly elected mayor, Buford T. Jensen. You guys asked around and found that a fortunate series of events had played out for the town, as this new mayor has arisen and made some very interesting promises about better ways to grow the cranberries and to get a better profit from them. You guys were invited to dinner at the Colder farm residence, which you were all too happy to oblige. But when you went to dinner, things got a little weird, as after enough teasing, our very own monk Placidity finally popped the question about the monoliths, to which the parents of Eris Colder did not respond well to, and became hostile. In fact, the father even grabbed a steak knife off the table after asking you guys multiple times to leave, which you all didn't, and stabbed John Vorkaiser with said steak knife. You guys quickly were able to subdue the angry couple and were able to knock them out without killing them. Now they
Surprisingly.
are resting unconscious on the floor, but alive. After that, our said warlock cast a mind reading spell, which essentially revealed a very disturbing scene. A common symbol that you guys have seen in the on the carts for the cranberry convoy appeared in this vision of a memory you pulled from the father. A memory of a ceremony with from what you'd gather would be most of the town folk present. All of them having the same symbol painted across their forehead in some form of red liquid. As this memory unfolded before your eyes, almost like a camera panning around a room of crowded people, it stops on a focal point, the centerpiece of this ceremony. 6 feet wide by 8 feet tall, and a depth of unknown. A giant, almost black monolith fills the vision, with all of its strange inscriptions and writing in whatever foreign language it is present in the soft afternoon sun. But the most disturbing thing about this imagery is the single large symbol that matches with the one that is painted on everyone present forehead. Only this time the symbol in the same engraved black lettering as all the other things. These voids where the letters were carved have been filled with a red liquid. And John, as the spell fades and you step out of this memory, that's where we'll begin tonight's session.
Woo!
Nice.
As John steps out of the memory and comes back to to the real world, he's like, oh my fucking god!
And immediately, Eris is at your side as she asks you, "What? What did you see?"
Like John has this face of frightening shock at the moment. In the memory, does he remember anything other about the area around it where any identifying features in the area that he could, if he saw them again, he could figure out where this place was?
You know what? I will say roll a perception check.
Yay!
And I will give
Perception.
you some of the details about what you may have glanced over.
First roll of the night.
Yeah, let me look at what perception is. It's only a +2. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Ah, it's 13. Yeah.
The lizard man has a higher
Nice.
perception.
Okay.
Wait,
So-
I have a question real quick. Didn't you eventually said we could start rolling our own dice, right?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
I did.
Time to
Thank
get
God.
my
I will
pouch.
say for right now, the only thing I ask is that if you crit one way or another, just snap a pic and send it in our group chat. I do, for the most part, trust you guys. So if you guys buy cool ass dice like I do, I don't want to punish you and not allow you to use them.
I got some cool dice.
Oh, and just a little side tangent. My solid CNC'd aluminum dice came this week, so I will be rolling with those tonight.
Sweet.
Nice. Very nice, very nice.
As of
I
right
have-
now, I don't have any other dice, so I'll be using the roll 20 dice.
But I do
Aw.
not
don't
want to
have any dice
discourage,
either.
and that goes for anybody listening. You should get out there
Or
and buy
watching.
cool ass dice because they're cool ass dice.
Even though sometimes they're expensive.
They are
Well,
expensive.
And I would recommend Wish. Wish has fantastic metal dice for some killer prices. Anyway,
Not sponsored.
User joined
plug,
your
yeah,
channel.
hashtag not sponsored. Although
Wish we were.
if you
Oh.
wish, yeah, wish we were.
Ha ha ha.
We will happily take bribes in dice, though. Anyway, moving on.
Yep.
Back to
Also,
The
don't
world.
forget, there's people we have. Oh wait, never mind. We have 0 viewers. So
Oh.
we're
Yeah.
good.
Womp womp womp.
That's okay. We need somebody
We
to
can't be
sponsor us, so
sponsored
when all the
with Draven's
copyright
language.
claims come in, we can
Yeah.
pay them.
Maybe like, I don't.
All the money comes in, all the money goes out. All right,
This is a wreck. We
back-
can't be
back
sponsored.
to the story. Maybe
I
one
want
day.
to
We'll see.
take the drink, but I can't.
Okay. What did I get with the 13?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is my job now. So the monolith sits in a meadow, which is with the partial forests and kind of swamp areas. It's close, at least as far as terrain goes. It is on higher ground because there doesn't look like there's any immediate marsh around it. It's kind of an open meadow, and then there's forests surrounding it on from what you saw in your vision. But with a 13, one of the odd things that you note about this, and this wouldn't help you find it, but this would be something to be of note when you find it, when you actually see it. There is a pit. I would say it is maybe 6 feet wide by or 6 foot by 10 foot, and it looks like maybe it's 2 or 3 feet deep. You're not quite sure what it is, but it looks like it was filled with water.
As
I see.
my character, Johnny Boy, is just kind of looks like this man has just witnessed a flashback of PTSD. he like kind of like grabs onto Eris's like arm or wrist or whatever it is, and it's like, this this town has turned into a cult because of this monolith. What I saw was the monolith in this big meadow, and they were all surrounding it. There was a red liquid on the symbol that we've seen. Then like I kind of like say the symbol on the carts, and in doing so, it was on all of their foreheads. They they it's like they're worshiping it. It's like the only thing that matters to them.
I won't be having none of that. Come on, gang. Go take down that monolith.
But we don't know where it is, Rack.
Well,
We
did you
need to learn
see
more about it
anything
too.
around it?
Well, I just looked into what was in his mind. Maybe I can see if there's something in her mind.
Alright, do that.
I'll look at Eris and like ask, like kind of like look for permission to do so.
And just as much as you're kind of like holding on to her arm for like support, whether it be the physical or emotional kind, she's doing the same to you, and she kind of just nods nervously and holds on to your arm for dear life.
And oh, it was. I'm gonna assume she's holding onto my right hand slash arm. So with my left
Uh,
hand,
she's not impeding your ability to cast a spell.
I know. No, I'm gonna use the opposite hand.
Oh,
And then
okay.
and just with my left hand, I'm going to place my hand over the head of her mother and cast detect thoughts. And I'm going to try to go deep within her mind. Just roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Um. Oh. What am I trying to beat?
15.
Ooh.
Oh my.
Ooh, aluminum dice. How dare you fail me so soon?
Yes.
That is an 8 plus 2, so no.
Negative. Negatory.
Yep. Big old negatory.
What do I
Alright.
see, oh masterful DM?
What are you looking for?
Past memories. Anything that has related towards the symbol.
Okay. Alright, so you kind of close your eyes and you focus as you finish the incantation, and you can feel the magic, and with by that your mind kind of extend out of your body and into the mind of Eris's mother, as you think on that symbol and the monolith, and an image and a vision starts to begin playing in your mind, just as if you saw it with your own eyes. And you're watching as hands work in the mud, planting something. It's not a field, but almost like a small hole that Eris's mother is in. And it looks like she's planting cranberries, pulling one out of a bag, reaching down delicately and diligently, and pushing it about a knuckle deep into the mud, and then moving from the next to the next to the next. And you see her kind of look off to the right, and there is another person who's doing the same in this small hole. I would say it's about 6 feet by 10 feet, maybe 2 feet deep. And then you see her vision pan to the left, and just above, I'd say eye level, seeing out of this hole, you see the dark, ominous shadow of that same monolith. And then the vision fades.
And I snap to reality again, like, okay. minor detail I forgot to tell you about the first time because I didn't think it was very important. Well, it apparently there was a marsh to the right on like when I was I'm talking about the guy like her father. What was it to the
It
right of the
was
monolith from
dead
his first?
center, right in front of the monolith.
Okay, sorry. In front of the monolith there is this pit, a marsh pit of about 10 foot wide, 6 foot wide, something like that. It's not huge, but it's not.
It's not a
It's
bathtub,
it's
that's for
not a
sure.
bathtub. um, it's only about 2 feet deep, and when I saw it through Eris's father's eyes, it was full of water. And when I looked on her, with her mother's eyes, they were planting cranberries in it. And then later they filled it with water. They planted cranberries there, and I'm going to assume they're going to use something with the monolith, whether it be magic, a dark ritual, something to make those cranberries do something. Whether it make them grow amazingly, cool. But like this is getting on some pretty weird shit when it comes to the point of being that it's almost like a cult.
Hmm. Aries, do you know where any marshes are around here?
Well, there's marshes everywhere. They go out for maybe 10 miles in every direction. It's kind of what we do around here. Saying I'm asking where a marsh is like asking where the nearest tree is.
Is there like any particular place that's very very open and is only plains, like just grass plains, like where horses would eat and rest and so on and so forth?
Well, that would be we passed most of them when we were coming in to the north of us, where it's higher ground, and we're in the valley. So if you head further south, maybe a day or two, it the elevation picks up again. But there's also some to the east. But if you go west, you reach the sea again. So I'm sorry, this is very strange.
Are there any more features that you saw, John?
Can I roll to see if there's any features to the mother's memory?
No, because
That'd try. That'd
most of
try.
it was spent most of it was
Looking
spent
down.
looking. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to try.
No, fair enough. There in D&D, there really is no such thing as a stupid question.
Yes. Another question, real quick. I'm just. This is out on a limb. Another again.
This is stupid.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Whenever I was looking through the father's vision, when I was looking at the monolith, was it just like a pillar in the sky, nothing special, like no platforms around it, and like no one standing really relatively close to it, or
No, not really. I mean, it seemed like the closest person was maybe about 10 feet from it. And but everybody was on that uh that front facing side where they had made that pit I described.
Mhm.
You didn't see anybody behind that or really to the sides. So
Oh,
you're not sure if this writing is mirrored on both sides or if there's something different on the back.
another thing to ask probably is I probably can't roll for it anyways because it's probably too late. I should have asked when. But when I was looking through the father's images, was there any way I could identify any of the faces that I saw?
I'm gonna say no because it even though I said it was like reliving a memory, it happened pretty quick and
Yeah.
there was a lot of faces that I mean that red mark on their foreheads, it was very distracting. It almost seemed to draw your eyes there every single time you saw one. Like it commanded your presence. Or your not your presence, your attention. I'm sorry. Poor choice of words.
One last question, then I'll let someone else that was gonna think. I'm sorry. Um, Whenever I was looking on at the monolith again with all the symbols on it, is there any symbols at all other than the one that we've already seen, that I have any recollection of being in any type of history books or any type of used in common culture or historical. Um, uh, Give me a minute and I'll say what I'm trying to think. What I'm thinking. Any historical
Symbolism?
structure. Any historical structures around here, around
No.
where I
Seems like
live.
a leap.
It is a leap. I'm
The
trying.
the language is whatever text is written on this monolith. It's hard to follow. You're not quite sure where one character begins and ends. It's a series
User was moved to your
of
channel.
circles, squiggles, and lines that make this almost like a weave of letters or whatever they are.
Okay.
It's quite strange because it flows in some spots and then it's very jagged and structured in others. It's very alien to you.
I guess this is something that I would ask. Hold on, let me get mine. Okay, I guess it's something that I would ask John, as Alora. I'd be like, is there any way that there's like maps of the crops, maybe? Like like maybe the mayor has like maps with all of the different cranberry farms, so maybe we could look at a map and see if there was like a place that's kind of open looking that they would possibly be planning at, because I would imagine that it would have to be close by if they're all able to get there, right?
The only thing that I would think that has to be like a map like that would have to be in the mayor's office, and in the mayor's office he might have a map which dedicates a spot where he found the monolith or where he knows where the
Right.
monolith is.
That too. So, I
Because
mean,
he's one of the only people in the town who has access to maps very
Right.
readily.
okay, well maybe we could try to sneak in, or if he's not here, maybe we can just go and find a way
Well-
in and
He's supposed to bring a messenger here.
here.
Yes, whenever he gets back, he's supposed to send a messenger here for my undercover name, which I don't remember. I think it was Hanson.
It's
I don't
pretty
remember.
lame, whatever.
It was,
It
yeah, it
was
was
pretty
something
lame.
really lame.
I
I
can't
don't
remember what it was. It's been a week. I've had a lot of things going on in a week.
Like,
Okay.
I can't remember what it was either, but I'd imagine
I thought it was like
it was
David
so
or
lame
something.
that
No.
even like the grocery checker would be like, really? That's not your name, and I know it.
Whose name?
No,
Whatever
my
John's
fake
alias
name.
that he used last week.
It was like I think it was like
Oh, yeah.
He was like,
Hanson Kitster.
Schmitty, what's a
I
Schmitz?
think it's like Hanson Kitster or something like that. Or I don't know.
So one thing I just remembered, and I will remind you guys because I didn't mention it in the recap. Last week, and this was Placidity's doing, so oddly enough, he's the one not here. But you guys saw the church, which was abandoned, from what it looked like, and you asked Ernst about it. And Ertz told you that the priest had gone missing, and he also told you where his house was. I forgot to mention that. I'm sorry. Just in
Okay.
case you guys forgot.
Have we been to his house? I couldn't
You
remember.
had not.
No.
You decided
Oh.
to go to dinner first.
Oh yeah,
and
we need
then
to do that
I
then.
can't remember if you guys were planning to go after or not.
I think we were. I do remember that now.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't know
I think we
if
were.
I don't know if we should wait here or we should go try to do some more investigation.
Well, we could split up, like you and Eric.
With innocence going
That long
Amanda,
pause.
That little that high pitch.
I don't think that's a good idea. Like, you ever
I mean,
And then
watch
we all
that,
die. The
that
end.
old
Thank you,
puppet
everybody, for
cartoon,
watching.
Scooby Doo, and the
Yeah.
master Jagathon.
Hey,
Yeah,
but you know what? When they split the party in Scooby Doo, nobody's got nothing to worry about. Because if you got Shaggy with you, you're good.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyways,
Yikes, dude! I only had to use like 1% of my power.
Nah, but I mean, we shouldn't split up to begin with, because if saw how her parents just flipped out, and she's like, she's never seen them this way, so you know something's wrong with the town. So if it's affecting them, who
Yeah, it's
knows how
probably
if it's gonna be
affecting
affecting
everyone
everyone
else.
else.
Yeah.
And plus,
Alright.
if we can't just leave them here, because if we leave them here, they will tell everyone else.
Well, that's
And
why you
Eris
leave them
speaks
tied up.
and says, "Well, what are we gonna do with them? I mean, yeah, they attacked you, but they're still my parents. I can't
I
allow them to get hurt if I can
no,
prevent it."
I understand that. I don't want them to get hurt either. It's that if we leave them like this, someone might come and then figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
That we are getting close to the bottom of this.
That's funny.
Then I look at Eris, like with the inquisitive look.
No, I'm sorry. That was a DM laugh. That was ha.
No, no, no,
He
no,
said
no, no.
something
I
that
was
relates
about
to
to. I was
something
about,
they'll find out in 3 weeks. Anyway,
uh,
continue.
no, I was gonna ask. I was about to ask Eris a question. It's like, Eris, do you have a cellar?
Yeah, the most of the pantry is kept down there. Do you think they'd be okay down there? I mean, they wouldn't try and hurt each other when they woke up, would they?
No, I don't think they would hurt each other
If
because if you notice, they were only attacking us. I don't think there's any aggression towards each other. I think it's just towards outsiders. So if we put them there, I don't think that one they'll get out and tell anyone else about us us trying to figure out what's going on with the monolith. And also, if we leave them down there, they will have food and stuff like that. So it's not like they'll go starving.
well,
What if
how long are we gonna leave them down there?
What if we just put them in their bed, and you stay there, and when they wake up, just act like it was just a dream. I mean, if they're in their bed under covers, and if they're healed and don't have any like pain or anything.
I think
don't
they
know.
would. I'm pretty sure they're going to have some pain. Trust me.
Well, sure.
Um,
Well, like, I mean, you can still put them in their bed, and have some type of a reason, like, oh, it's just a dream. You fell off the bed, and I put you back in the bed, and then you woke up.
or
But
maybe
one, they'll
like
think it's a dream. Two, we're not leaving them inside of a cell or the cellar, where they will eventually figure out, oh wait, why are we here? And then the figure out a way to get out and tell. So I mean, it's
or or we could do
reverse
what you're
psychology.
saying, Thea, and maybe we can get Eris to convince them when they wake up that they
And oh, go ahead. Sorry.
that they drank during dinner, and in doing so, they they both got up and slipped and hit their heads on the table.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
And
I
coming
mean,
from Eris, that would make the most sense because they trust their daughter. Because they trusted their daughter, not us, whenever we first brought Eris.
true.
And Diana speaks up at this point and says, "And just in case anyone were to come, if you were to be in a smaller room, I could well, let's just say I could do something that would let me know if somebody tried to come into that room without your permission. Just so that way we could know if you're in trouble."
Okay.
Yeah.
A bedroom I could do, but I don't know about a whole cellar. That might be too big.
I look at Eris again, and I look at her parents. Just one more time, say. And I look at Eris and I whisper, "I need to talk to you for a second."
And she kind of nods, and as she like kind of loosens her grip on your arm and kind of nod, and yes, she nods. I'm sorry. She nods. She looks at you. She nods again. She nods some more.
Can I like bring her
Yeah, like
aside to
kind of
another
tore off to
room?
the side. Yeah.
To another room real quick. I'd be like, I'll be right back, guys.
Alrighty.
And
Okay.
when I go in the other room with her, it's like, and I ask her, Eris, what did your parents talk with you while you guys were here, alone while we were out investigating?
It, they they really didn't say anything about this stone that you guys keep talking about. They just said how great life was and how much they wished I was here. But that now that you mentioned it, they really didn't seem all that concerned that I was gone. Just wishing I was here, but really didn't do anything about it. I wasn't sure how to think about that, and I still don't.
Insight check just to double check.
Go ahead.
Insight is probably a +2, but let me double check. Yes, it is. Dice roll. First actual dice roll.
Yay.
That is a 5.
Oh my, never mind.
Yeah, I rolled a 3.
As she finished saying this, she looks at you, eyes wide with fear and concern, um, almost with a questioning at the end of her at the end of her statement to kind of see what your intentions were. There's nothing malicious here.
I bring her into a tight embrace, and like I just like but when I'm doing that, I put my hand up around her back, on her head, so like just show her that like I'm trying to comfort her.
And as you kind of pull her in, she also wraps her arms around you, as she kind of almost to a whisper into your ear, says, "John, I'm so scared. I don't think I've ever been this scared in my life. They're my parents, and they stabbed you. I mean,
Well,
you're not the best guy I've ever brought home, but they've never stabbed anybody before."
oh, I gotta like push her away just a hair. It's like that's really refreshing. Thank you.
And as you kind of push her away, the sadness gives to the slightest curl of like this wicked smile at the corner of her mouth.
And then I say to her like George's like, well, it's not as worse as what my parents have done to people. So I'm pretty sure your folks are pretty good compared to mine.
Ain't that the truth?
Hey, shut it. You're in the other room.
Sorry.
Shut
John,
it.
Eavesdropping.
I'm really glad you're here. I know that this isn't what you signed up for, but thank you for being here all the same. I don't think I can do this without you. And you see like all the sincerity like return to her eyes as she says this to you.
But when she says like, I know you don't have to be here, slowly rubs knife wound. um, no, I don't do that.
So is her parents still out? Like,
Yeah,
They're at-
they are bound and unconscious on the floor, but stable.
how about we
anyways,
just throw them in their bed like they're sleeping, and then deuce the f out, man?
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
That's the
Literally
running
the same
plan.
thing.
And then I come back in the room with her, so I'm just like, does everyone kind of agree with let's leave Eris here and try to get her to convince them that they got drunk and then fell and hit their heads and we
Pour
carried
some
them to
wine
the
on
room.
them.
Sure.
The only
Put
thing that
one's
I have,
hand in the other one's pants.
the only thing I'm concerned about, I guess, is that is
Gonna make it look
if
obvious, kind of.
Put some whipped cream on their face.
Yeah.
Oh God!
No.
Oh my.
My aversion.
Hey, remember, we're on a Twitch stream. Screw off.
I'm sorry, Laura. What were you saying?
no, I was just saying the only thing I was going to say to John would be like, the only thing I'm concerned about is that I know that it's her parents, but I mean, if they're like under some kind of spell or something, what makes you think that they won't attack her? Like once they wake up and realize, if she can't convince them, let's just say, like we're all gonna be gone. Is she able to protect herself?
I look at Eris and I'm just like, I'm pretty sure you can protect yourself. But I was like, I just kind of give like that concerned look at her.
And she kind of like looking at all of you guys as pretty much all looking at her, and she's like, well, normally yes, but I can't expect me to fight my parents.
Just give her a frying pan. I think she'll do well.
I still it's this is my mom and dad. I don't.
Yeah, but you weren't the one that ruffled the feathers. We were.
No, I know, but still, it's them. You can't tell me it's somebody else. It's still them, even if it is.
I know. I just don't want you to get hurt because you're too afraid to hurt them. It's the last thing that I'd want to come back and find that you're hurt.
Well,
Diana speaks up and says, "Well, I know that we said no to splitting the party, but if it would make you feel better, I could stay with her too. If need be, I have no problem electrocuting people, so and I have the
That's my
ability to
girl.
tell you if we need help."
Okay, that makes me feel a lot better. I mean, no offense, Aries. I just don't know what's going on, and your parents may not be completely in control of themselves, even if they still are your parents.
So what are we doing? Are we going to go try to find the preacher?
I think we're going to go to the
If-
house.
If
To
we're trying to
John's
find
side.
the preacher, and we're a half a day away,
No,
I thought it was
Then-
only like an
the
hour away.
father's
Mm-mm.
house was like an hour from
Yeah.
here.
okay, yeah, but a lot can happen within an hour. What I think is she needs to come with us, or she needs to go to town and chill and whatnot, let it all blow over, put them in their bed while they're all drunkard and stuff, pour some wine on them, and then have her go to town or have her come with us. We split the party, they wake up, they get pissed off, they try to get her. We're an hour away. Do you know how
Well-
much damage they could do in an hour?
Against Diana.
Diana kind of there's a quirk of a smile as she pulls back her right sleeve, and those three orbs start to rotate around her hand as she twirls her fingers between them as the lightning bolts start to crackle. As she
John
looks
gives a
at you
shiver.
and says, "Do you know how much damage I can do in an hour?"
John.
I know.
John gives a shiver and kind of like moves behind Eris, just like a slow move back behind her.
Enough said,
And
lady.
besides, if they wake up and get rough, it's two of us to stop two of them.
Yeah.
It's
But,
much better than just her being by herself against two.
Yeah,
I
especially if
would
she's not
like
able to
to
protect herself,
throw
I-
one
I
thing.
or
look at-
she's not wanting to.
I look at Diana and ask her if this is something that she really wants to do. I'll support her.
Okay.
To be honest, I
Um,
don't know if I want to do it, but I think
Well,
it would make Eris feel a lot better if I did do it.
If
There's
this
still-
is
there's
if this
still a
is something
problem,
you
though.
feel like you can do, and you can defend them both, then I'll trust that you can take care of it.
Okay, I still have one problem though. We don't. She shouldn't stay also in the house because we want it to look like we never came.
Well, I'm sure she can stay hidden. I mean,
What
Well,
about we
hidden, yeah,
also
but we
leave
don't want her, like-
But what if Placidity also stays back here?
Yeah, but they're just gonna go after Placidity regardless.
Well, I mean, like if Diana and Placidity are hidden away, it's okay.
We'll just hope they don't find them, because then that would cause a problem.
And then plus, if Placidity stays back, then that means Diana and Placidity have a higher percent of chancing of stopping them again if they harm Eris.
right? And
True.
they and it always can be flipped. Like Diana and Placidity can hide in the basement, and then they can like listen, because I'm sure Diana has spells and stuff like that to kind of be aware of the surroundings. And if that's the case, then she should be able to tell, or they should be able to sense together if something's wrong. So, or
Mhm.
Aries could scream or whatever, you know. I mean, I think with the two of them, everything should be fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they should be able to hide. Like, that shouldn't be a problem. It's just, you
Well,
know.
in all honesty, I don't know why. I mean, yeah, we knocked out her parents, but if their parents wake up and we're all gone, what really is going to happen?
I mean, like they could go to town and tell all the townspeople that are in the cult that we basically quote unquote assaulted them, and then they start an
Yeah.
angry mob, and then they all attack us
Murder
at
hobo
once.
campaign.
Okay, we can
I'm
go with
just, I'm
that.
just
But
kidding. I'm
like
kidding.
I'm just saying if we have a town full of about 70 people go up against us, even though we have magic on our side, I'm pretty sure that 70 people is still 70 people.
Yeah, we really,
So,
really don't want to hurt the townspeople, especially if they don't really have any, whether they have control or not, we really don't want to hurt them.
is it about an hour on horseback?
No,
No, it
on
is only
foot.
30
On
minutes
foot.
of walking.
Well, I mean, we have horses.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wait.
you could make
Yeah,
that
do
trip
we?
faster if you push the horses.
Did we
Yeah.
did
And
we
I
bring the
feel like
horses?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you still have the
Okay,
horses.
no, I meant like, did we bring the horses to Eris's house? Is what I was
Yes,
asking.
yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't remember that part.
Choose a farm town. Every house got a hitching post.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
We have
I'm not, yeah, we can leave. I would feel more comfortable if, if we're only a little bit away. That way, if anything does happen, we get some sort of message from Diana, Placidity, whatever, then we can, haul ass back
Oh yeah.
pretty quick. Especially
And
if we're on
I-
horseback.
I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like Placidity would agree to this and say 3-on-2 is much better than a fair fight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
sure we could keep them from doing anything crazy.
Can't really count area, you know.
Well, we still honestly, I count Diane as two people. I kind of look at Diane and like, she's got quite a bit of spells and a lot of
Well,
training
and-
in this whole situation.
And Diana kind of shrugs and she's like, I'm not that strong, but I'm sure Eris could help me hold down her parents rather than having to fight them. And Eris responds saying, "Oh, I could do that. I don't want to hurt them, but
Yeah,
I can
And that's
hold them
fair.
down if need be."
Non-lethal. I mean, the worst case scenario, just knock them back out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, because I don't want us to be known as the parent murderers, and I don't want to have y'all murder her parents in front of her, which is weird. And that way, everybody's safe, everybody's sound. We figure out what the hell's going on, and then we reconvene and go punch an obelisk, monolith, whatever.
I'm down.
Sounds good. I think this is the plan.
I've been feeling like punching an obelisk forever.
Yeah. Stupid obelisk.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's 1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2,
Yep.
3, go.
Alright, are they in the beds and ready to?
I would say you guys could move them easily enough.
Oh yeah.
And
Mm.
as you guys start to move them, I won't make you roll. Easy enough with all of you. And Eris kind of oversees it, make sure that they're comfortable. Do you guys want to leave them bound or unbound in
Bound.
their bed? Okay,
Yeah, I think bound would be.
that's probably
better.
best.
You know, like
Yeah.
their hand or their arms and their feet like tied together behind their back, that they really can't do anything but squirm.
Wait, I thought
Hog tie 'em?
Yeah.
our plan was to make it out like nothing happened though.
Yeah, I thought that was the plan too.
Yeah,
If
but
you
if-
keep them bound,
Hey,
then
you
they're
know,
gonna,
it could have been a
know.
really wild night. You both
All
got
right.
hog-tied.
Harry's
time.
Harry's persuasion might be a fantastic. I don't know.
I mean, no one's gonna walk in and be like, "Hey, I need to come see your parents' bed real quick." Just friggin' throw them in the bed and
No,
we'll
but
be outta
when
here. No
they
one's
Well,
gonna come up
when they
And-
wake up,
and-
they're gonna know though that
I know,
like why the
just,
frick am I tied up
maybe-
in my own house?
Well,
maybe
that's-
maybe we can lock the doors also. Just
yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
well,
what's
you guys,
the big deal? What are they
you
gonna do?
guys- Yeah, you just whatever you think.
They live in a big house and it's like
Not
at
if
the end
it's
of like
not that big,
a
it's not
long
that
road,
big.
isn't it, Lucas?
Hmm?
It's like set further off from the rest of the town, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
about I would say by foot, it's about maybe 20 minutes off the main road, and then like the main road. So it's pretty far out there.
Yeah, see, no one, even if they scream as loud as they can outside of their house, no one's gonna hear them.
Well, and I think Eris would say, well, I think we would probably want that not to happen.
Well, of
Maybe we
course,
should
yeah,
keep
but like,
something to, I don't know. Can you stuff something in somebody's mouth? Would that hurt them?
depends on the context, but yeah, let's get like
I mean, that's not probably as long as you don't block their nose, they should be fine.
yeah.
Also, can I check and
guess
make
not
sure they don't have
then.
anything that could cut the rope? Like,
Sure.
Yeah. Roll an investigation with advantage.
okay, investigation with advantage. Let me
They
see.
have no way of resisting you.
Okay. Pop, pop. Oh wow. Okay. I hate myself. 7
You
and 6.
look them over, all the normal nooks and crannies that you've been taught about in your days of training, and find nothing.
Under the United Sky Rangers, however that acronym goes.
Yeah.
I
United
don't know
Southern
that.
Sky Rangers.
There it is.
Yeah, United Southern Sky Rangers. Yep.
Honestly, one of the best names.
Thanks.
Good on you.
All that
Savannah.
training back when you were a tenderfoot first class started to pay off.
Yeah.
All right, so no sharp weapons, all good.
Yes.
And as you guys are essentially moving them and searching them, you see Diana reach into her purse, satchel, medieval purse,
Yeah.
Medieval
and
purse.
medieval
Sorry.
purse.
I'm sorry.
Damn it, I'm cultured.
I just love it. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I actually love the
Hey,
term. It
you know
made
what though? It's pretty cute, and the leather matches her boots quite well, so it totally goes with the outfit.
Oh my gosh, Diana, where did you get that purse?
I know, it's so fabulous.
Yikes.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it, Lucas.
I love it. Okay.
You can thank my sister.
Best session.
So, but you see her reach in, and she kind of goes like, I would say mid bicep deep into this bag, which is
Jeez.
only about, I don't know, maybe 8 inches deep. It's definitely some sort of magical bag of
A
holding.
bag of holding.
And she starts pulling out this fine thread. It almost looks like hair, how thin it is. And she starts carefully laying it and muttering something under her breath around the corners of the room, and stops, leaving the doorway open. And she kind of gestures to you guys and says, I'll finish closing it once you guys leave.
I kind of give a thumbs up, and I said, "Is everyone ready else to leave? Is everyone else ready to leave?" That's English.
Yep.
Let's do this.
Okay. I kind of like walk downstairs, open up the door, get on my horse, and kind of yell, "Thea!" We're waiting for her to jump on.
A slave girl.
Yeah, come here, slave.
Get
over
I said,
here.
"Well,
We can't say that. That's hate speech. That's under
No,
the.
it's not. It's a joke at this
It's
point.
an inside joke.
It's a meme.
Yeah, it's an
Just
inside
a
joke that most people
meme.
don't know because they've never watched this stream before.
That's
Yeah.
okay. Slavery is bad.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
learn.
we got to
Really
link
bad.
the YouTube channel and the
Yeah.
Twitch stream at some point, but
Because people probably really do think we're terrible. Which,
I mean, to be fair, and
you're not
D&D,
wrong.
yeah,
We are
you're
terrible.
not wrong.
I mean, to
Okay.
be fair, in D&D, there's a lot of like not so politically correct things anyway.
Oh.
This is
Like
another
the world in
Okay.
general.
In
How
all
we're
fairness,
going
we were
down a
playing this
rabbit
game
hole.
for us. Nobody really cares about anybody else.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Screw you people.
that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay, hogtied parents on the bed. Check.
Oh
Cloth in their
my.
mouth. Check. Three guards. Wow, that's a lot. Check.
It could be
Horses.
4 if we needed.
Nope,
Or-
3's good.
There's good.
And
I
you
think three's
see-
too much, actually.
Well, you see Diana as she reaches into her purse again and pulls out a little silver bell, and she's about to ring it as you say this.
Oh.
And
I just realized.
she says, "Oh, 3's enough.
Uh,
That's okay. I I don't think he'd be much help at this point anyway, and she
Aw.
puts away the silver bell.
Put a pin in that. I want to see that later. But anyway, gang,
okay.
let's roll out.
Roll out.
Roll.
Okay.
Are we
Octus Prime,
Transformers now?
shut up.
I think the word you're looking for is trot out.
Let's trot out.
Mount
as I,
up.
as I
Just
turn into a
freaking
car
spur
and
the horses and let's go.
let's go.
Gallop out.
Gallop out.
Yell
Mount
out.
out.
Just shut up. Just shut up. We're ruining it.
Dash
Just go.
Mount up.
out.
Giddy
I
up
mean,
out.
Mount up.
giddy on up out of here.
Annoy Swift out.
Motherfucking up.
I will murder you all.
Draven
I will-
is
I will-
angry.
I will murder
Get
you all.
along, little doggy.
Let us go.
There we go.
So what? We're going to the mayor's house first to check out the map, right?
But there's only the priest.
You guys did try and look in his window during last session, and you found via your various inspections nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Do you guys have kind of already done that?
Okay.
But that was his office. You actually don't know where he lives.
Okay.
Gotcha.
No big deal. I don't
they're
feel
going to the
very
priest.
comfortable asking
But you
any of
do
the
know where the
townspeople either.
priest lives.
Yes, we do, and that's where we're headed right now, boys, aren't we?
Yeah. When we're going down the road, do I see any riders that may look like a messenger?
Roll a perception check.
Dice don't fail me now. God.
Yes.
Classic.
He
That's,
who
uh,
lives
that's,
by the
uh,
dice dies
That's,
by the
that's
dice.
nat one. That's a nat one.
Ooh.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
I think you should just go back to digital.
I ain't using that dice.
To the dice jail with ye.
Okay.
No.
So
I'm,
what was
I'm not her.
what was it with the modifiers and stuff?
A 3.
3. Okay.
You look around, and at this point, the sun has set. And stepping out of the warm lit farmhouse, your eyes haven't quite adjusted yet to the night environment, and you can't see more than like 20 feet in front of you right now. I mean, but hey, good news. Within 20 feet, there's no riders.
Okay.
As like we're leaving the house, like, hey, can any of you guys be on a lookout for a messenger or a rider or something like that? Because remember, I'm supposed to get one of those from the mayor if he sent one.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. I'll look for one.
Because I'm one of them Hubies and I can't see very well in the dark.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I'll roll.
Did
Can I
you
roll
say
a perception
Hubie?
check?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Okay.
Okay, what do we have to
As-
roll
as-
for the looking
Roll a
out?
perception check.
I was making a
Okay.
Warhammer 40k right.
I got
There's mine.
a. Oh, look
my
at that.
God.
That's a 5 plus 5.
5 plus
I got a
5 is
24.
Dinkies.
Do we all make perception checks?
Oh my gosh, Swift.
I'm sorry.
Die in your own time. We have a stream.
I would have to roll at disadvantage, I believe.
Why is that?
Wait.
As at night,
Yeah.
so I don't have dark vision.
Oh, then yes.
I have dark vision, so how do I
Dark
do
Oh,
anything?
should I-
Well,
Oh.
if you have dark vision, don't roll with advantage. Just roll normally.
Okay.
If
Oh
you
my
don't
God,
have
dark
dark
vision.
vision, you should actually roll with disadvantage. But
Gosh,
Swift,
dang.
Yeah, I
it.
rolled
literally
on that
can't
one,
get
so-
lower than
I
that.
If
have
I
one.
had
No,
advantage, I
no.
would have gotten a whopping 19.
You,
But
you
oh well.
just give me a negative modifier, I'll get a unnatural 0.
Nice. Okay, so 24 was at 13, 15, and you rolled a
I rolled a 10.
Okay. Alright, so Alora, as your keen elvish eyes cut through the dark like it almost wasn't there till 60 feet.
Yeah.
And then, but your training and sensibilities and woodland knowledge carries that vision much further than one would normally anticipate. You do not see anything on the road ahead,
Okay.
nor in the surrounding lands.
Okay.
Can we push the horses?
Push
Push,
the horses?
push them?
Like,
Push-
get out and push, or
No.
like tell them to go fast.
Push them to go
Okay,
go,
yeah.
go beyond
Giddy up.
their normal limits.
Yes.
Alright, Clydesdale, giddy up.
I would say if you like you can easily enough like talk him, like nudge him into a like a gallop. But if you wanted to go faster, I would say make an animal handling check.
Let me look at
I'm
my
on behind, so
modifier.
it's
Oh.
up to you guys in the
Let
front.
me-
As
let me
you're
look at my-
you're essentially what you're gonna do is you're really gonna dig your heel into that horse's ribs,
So
and it's
animal.
gonna do one of two things: either it's
Bite
gonna go
you off,
faster, or it's gonna kick your ass off. So
Oh,
I got a
hello.
20.
Ooh.
Okay,
so only
animal.
Oh, we're
one-
rolling
since
this?
we're riding in twos, right? So
well,
should
that's
only
if
one
you guys
person-
want to go faster than a than a comfortable gallop.
So
Okay, I'm using my special dice on this one.
No, I don't. Wait a minute. Am I riding with you, right?
You can help
Yes,
me. You can
you
give
are
me
riding with him.
advantage.
Please don't.
You can give me advantage if you assist me.
Well, that's only if cubed or if Thea can do something that would comfort or motivate the horse. So what would Thea do to communicate your desire to the horse?
I have a -2 in animal handling.
No,
So...
no.
Wait,
No,
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 Darkfish.
it's not the roll. It's so you say, I pull a carrot out of my backpack and like shove it in the horse's face, or something. You're like, hey, I know horses like scratches behind the ears, so as he's kicking the shit out of the horse, I'm gonna reach up and scratch his ears.
Oh, okay.
But this is where you get to be creative.
Please help me.
okay, who's all riding? Like
Okay.
who's all like riding
Yeah,
horses? As
Martin,
far as
okay.
like who's the
Everyone
one
has my
actually
own horse.
steering?
Because I think Alora Placidity would have let you use
Yeah,
Zimzalabim.
that's what I was thinking.
So
Okay.
you're on him. Thea and John
Animal
are on
handling
his
plus
horse.
4.
Drake's on his own horse and Rax on his own horse.
Yes.
Okay. All right, give me a minute, and I'll have it just a second. All right, here we go.
Unless Eris let us
All right, I have an
borrow her horse.
11. I don't know if that's good or bad.
It's better than 10.
That's true.
Okay, but Cubed, what does your character do before I roll this?
Well, hold on. As a group, are you guys deciding to do this or not? 'Cause
I
if
want
you're-
to.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
let's
we
decide
are.
to do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
ASAP.
everybody roll animal handling checks.
I just
Already
did.
did. I got
Already
a
did.
motherfucking 20.
I got
Woohoo!
11.
Nice 20.
11.
That's your 11.
Yeah.
John, what's your roll?
I want to see what Cube does before I roll.
Okay, so I got a 2 plus 2.
Okay, no, he's not helping me. Never mind. Okay, I got a 15.
Nice.
Okay. So
I hate to
surprisingly,
everyone roll the animaling check. So that's what I did. I rolled.
Draco, you kind of reach down, and you could kick this horse, but you come up with a much more clever idea, and you use your strong physical physique, and you kind of squeeze the horse with your calves between your legs, and it knows that something's up, and so it steps on it. And you rolled it. And John, you had some proper training on horses, so you know some of the tricks, some of the right spots that'll really get them going. And with no problem, you two pull ahead of everybody else. Alora, Zimzalabim seems to be quite disappointed that Placidity is not on board and
Yeah.
is happy to gallop, but doesn't seem to want to give anything more.
That's fair.
And Rack, Clydesdales are beasts of burden, truly powerful creatures.
Oh boy.
But much like powerful vehicles, torque and speed are not the same thing. And you kick your horse, and it digs, and almost like it moves the earth underneath it, and you cruise along at a comfortable pace and almost get thrown off in the process. Make a strength saving throw.
Oh boy. Let's see.
As this Clydesdale, after getting kicked pretty damn hard, puts it into its lowest gear and just hauls across the ground.
Okay, I got a 15.
It could literally pull a house off its
Oh
foundation,
my gosh.
but it does not shake you from your saddle.
I got
And
15.
you hold on.
Oh, nice. That's my man Rick.
But
Okay.
so two of you guys are pulling ahead of your other party members. The
Which sounds
Alora
bad.
and Rak, you guys are falling behind.
Okay.
And
should
you guys
probably,
would see
slow
that as you
down.
look back and see that their horses just didn't have a higher gear.
Well, we'll wait for him. I mean, there's no sense in
Yeah, we slow down.
There's no rush. We should only rush if they need help. Knock on wood. Can we stop by a tree real quick?
Gotta
I was
pee?
so confused. That was my first thought too.
Should have peed before we left the
Yeah, I
house.
should
Oh,
have peed
no.
before I left.
See ya.
I was making it because there's no wood.
Don't make me
Knock
pull
on
this
wood.
car over. Or this horse.
Well, to be fair, there is, but
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah, finally someone got it.
Kill yourself. Don't. Suicide's terrible. If you need help,
Hey,
you know the right number.
quit it. Quit it. Quit it. We do
Quit
stupid jokes.
killing yourself.
Wait,
we
quit,
do.
wait, quit it. What? Quidditch? What? Huh?
No,
Quit
shut
it.
up. Keep going forward. Your life is worth living. We all love you. Anyway,
Jesus.
we just go back
We
to
all need him.
normal.
My God.
So
Don't
you
quit it
guys,
and
you
just
guys
go.
make the trip with no event, other than getting bucked off your horses, onto the main road, and just like the directions we're giving you, you follow out a dirt trail off the main road. Now moving across to the other side of the town, to the tall tree in the distant meadow, and I would say about let's see, about 35 minutes later, you guys come up on a dirt road that leads to a small cottage, essentially, which is flanked on both sides by cranberry bogs.
I have a solid question real quick. When we were
Yes.
at Eris's house, did we eat at all, or did we get thrown out before we even ate?
Oh, I
You
stuffed my
guys
face.
started to eat, and then essentially the second Placidity dropped the whole "where's the monolith" thing, everything went to shit.
I was still
So
Gotcha.
you guys were kind of like maybe a quarter into your meal,
Sad
and then
face.
and then like you either kept eating and then got surprised when the stabbing started, or you kind of like stopped there and like
Or
saw
you
what would
stopped
happen
and then got
next.
stabbed.
Yeah, and then
that's-
stopped and got stabbed.
Or, so I'm gonna assume Jenga's right. I pulled out a piece of the good old bread.
Yeah,
Decided to munch
that's
on that.
not hard enough. Not too
No,
terribly difficult while
'cause
galloping on a
I've-
horse.
I've never ate this bread before. What does it taste like?
Slowing down.
It tastes
for
like
you.
bread, dude.
I know.
I
it's
feel
just
like
does
a
bread
drink
taste
can give you a
like?
better explanation than I can.
It's bread. That's all it is. It's just bread. It's just very filling.
Pumpernickel.
It's like, you ever had potato bread?
No.
Oh, it's like
I
potato
can't
bread.
say I've ever had potato bread. I didn't know
Potato
that was
bread
a
is-
thing.
It's amazing. It's very. All right. It's a Hawaiian sweetbread. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
there you go.
Oh shit!
Well-
Like that, like those big balls you buy and you
Yes.
just rip pieces off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I love that stuff.
I know.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay,
But
Okay,
it's
now,
like
priest's
you
house.
rip a piece off, and that's like a meal for a day.
I'm,
Nice.
I'm eating this. I'm just like, and like I've noticed after only eating like a couple bites, I'm like, and I look at
You're full.
Draku. I look at Draku. I look at this bread again. I'm just like, how the hell do you eat all of this in one day?
I am a very hungry individual.
Say no more.
I just
As
kinda-
I'm munching on it as we're going.
I kind of just put the rest of it back in the thing after I haven't.
I like the. I'd like to think like that was as serious as it sounded
Yeah.
as you're eating it.
I'm a very
I'm very hungry individual.
There's nothing to laugh about when it comes to hunger.
Right?
Anyways,
Do we
to
do
You
the-
don't
anything
want it, I'll
on the
take it
way
back
to
from
the
you.
priest's house?
Yes, that is a good question.
Roll a perception check. I will say that
Oh,
first one
boy.
you made was for the first half of your trip, and we'll say make another one for the second half.
16.
Whopping 10.
Perception. Do I
Yeah.
have to roll at disadvantage?
Yes.
Are we all
I
rolling?
gotcha.
don't have I
Okay.
don't have to roll
Yeah,
disadvantage
we all
for
roll.
that. I don't
14.
have to roll disadvantage
You
for
said
that.
perception, right?
Yeah, perception.
I rolled another nat one.
Do you don't have dark vision, do you?
Who, me?
No, John, because you're.
I rolled another nat one, so I don't have to roll again.
Oh, yep. There you go.
No, I'll do it. No, my parents probably gonna be mad at me why I just screamed.
Well, now you know how my mom and dad feel all the time.
Well, I think
Every
they just went to bed.
Saturday.
I just think they went to bed.
Yeah, now you know how my parents feel.
Okay, never mind.
Anyway, moving along. So that was 16 for you, Alora, 17 for Draku,
3 for John.
3 for John, 14 for, and 10
Leon.
for Rack. Okay, so Alora and Draku, you guys keeping your eyes peeled. You pass by these two bogs that are flanking either side of the house. They're not close, not nearly as close as the ones by the colder house. They're maybe about no, like 20 yards off in each direction. But you notice that they've both been harvested. They're still filled with water, but it's kind of just like a muddy lake right now. There's not a whole lot of plant material in them, and certainly no cranberries, as they've all been pulled out of the bog.
Alright.
But the house up ahead is a very simple, kind of stone cottage, smaller than the colder residence, for sure. It has a chimney. There's no smoke coming out of it, and there's no lights on.
I have a question real quick. I have a dumb magic question.
Yes.
Especially when it comes to cantrips, whenever it says when you cast a spell at a 5th level spell, when it's a cantrip, does it mean you have to cast a cantrip at 5th level, or since I'm a warlock, anything that I cast is already at 5th level?
So you want to cast a cantrip using a higher level spell slot?
No. What I mean is, when I cast a cantrip, since I'm a warlock, everything I cast is at a certain level spell. So does it count already for that level?
I'm gonna say no,
Or
because as far as I'm concerned, cantrips are their own thing.
okay.
I
I
could be wrong. We'll fact check that later. But for right now, I'm gonna say no.
Alright, it's fine. I was just double checking something.
That's okay.
This
So you
seems a little
guys
fishy.
approach this house. There's a hitching post out front. Looks like, just a small cottage for enough for maybe one or two to comfortably live. And I would say, Draku, with your role, as you guys get closer, the door is slightly ajar. The front door.
Okay.
A woo?
Was that a husky? A woo? A woo woo?
So, like, is it slightly ajar? Is this Is this the pastor's house?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All
Oh
right.
my.
I
Hey,
didn't
you guys
know.
are there.
I didn't know we
All
were
right.
just passing a house. All right.
No. This is your destination. Sorry if I didn't make that more specific or clear.
So, I kind of whispered over. The doors are kind of open.
Oh.
Oh my.
Well,
Well,
I'm like,
easier.
let's ease back. I'm gonna ease back. We're going a little slow trot.
Okay.
Do we want to be stealthy?
well, at least that saves me the
Absolutely.
trouble for help picklocking it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we probably want to be stealthy.
So,
I have an idea of how we can enter this house without, if there's anything in there, there's not going to be a lot of issue, or they're going to have a lot of issues coming to us.
Send in the slave.
No. I kind of. How close are we to the house?
I would say you pick that up 50 feet away.
Oh, that's 50 feet away. Okay. When we're within 20 feet of the house, I'm going to stop my horse and I'm going to, as quickly and as quietly as I can, run up not run up, or like speed walk up to the house, and like kind of like get right up close behind it, because you said the door's open, right?
Mhm.
It's
It's
ajar.
ajar. It's
Ajar,
not
yeah.
open,
I don't know,
but
but
it's
It's
like,
not
not a
closed.
jar, it's a door.
He's right.
Got
but,
him!
but since it has a crack in it, I'm going to like open it up a little more, and I'm going to take out my bag of 1,000 ball bearings,
I'm sorry,
and
what?
I'm going to take in like 2 hefty handfuls, and I'm going to
So 2 1/16 of
yes,
ball bearings.
yes, 2 1/16 of ball bearing, and I'm going to like I'm gonna kind of like chunk them in the proximity of the of as much space as I can,
Are you
and like
gonna
just
chunk them, or are you
I'm
gonna chuck them?
You're gonna
I'm
make
going-
it hard for
Are you
us
gonna
to
chunk
walk.
us some?
Are you gonna give them a big old chunk?
I'm trying to like just spread them in there very quietly and very stealthily, not make a lot of noise, but
So you're gonna like
Okay,
toss,
roll
roll.
roll a dexterity check for dispersion.
dispersion.
Dispersion of you're
Dispersion.
gonna give them a toss,
Uh-huh.
right? And so you're
Dexterity.
gonna
Do I get a
roll
+2 on
dexterity
that?
to see how good you disperse your pattern.
I get a +2. Yeah. That is a 18. No, wait,
Okay,
no.
and you're
21,
throwing these
21.
in the doorway, you said? Like through the doorway hole?
Yeah, through the doorway, like crack it open some more and like toss 2 handfuls in.
Okay, so you go ahead and you kind of do 2 quick, like, underhand softball throws,
Mhm.
and you get most of the ball bearings through the hole on the first toss, and almost all of them through on the second, and they make quite a bit of noise as they go scattering across the floor inside, but it's not too terribly loud. Although, since
Stealthy.
you guys are sneaking, it sounds like somebody like just dropped a piano, like as they go all over. But then it quiets down pretty quickly.
Hmm.
You're
Very
not sure if
sneaky
somebody
there.
heard you though.
I
And
mean, if it sounded like you dropped a piano, I'm pretty sure someone probably heard it.
Yeah.
I went no.
Well, you know, like when you're trying to be sneaky and you step on a twig and it's like a clap of thunder, like it's the
Yeah.
loudest thing you've ever heard in your entire life. It was just a stick breaking.
Mhm.
Nobody? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got
You
you.
know that feeling.
Yeah, absolutely.
But through the doorway, was there like any candles, any lamps that I could see at a glance?
Perception check.
Please.
Yeah, roll for perception.
Perception +2. That is a. It was It was cogged. It was cogged. That is a 12.
I'm
For
gonna
perception?
sneak over there
Yeah.
and also take a gander.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
roll a
was-
perception check.
was
Yeah,
there
Excuse me.
I'll do the same thing.
Do I
That's-
do
that's
it with
one.
disadvantage?
21.
Perception check.
Do I do it with
Perception,
disadvantage?
Roll +1.
Oh yeah, is it for
If
disadvantage?
if you do not have night vision, then yes.
18. Both of them
Okay.
were 11s.
That was
Aw,
better.
sh-
So it
So
would.
What is
21,
wrong with me?
18,
So be 12.
10.
I had 21.
Okay.
I had 8.
Okay.
I had 10. Or
Man,
11.
freaking Allura and Draco are just killing it.
Yeah. Well, I have like a +7.
I got
so...
disadvantage and I'm still
You guys
doing
both
real
have a
good.
+7. That's
Oh
incredible.
yeah, that's awesome. We see everything.
Nothing hides from us. So you guys peek your head in the door, and looking around, immediately the one thing that becomes you don't know if somebody's here or not, but the
Hmm.
place looks from the small crack you have in the door. It looks like a tornado went through here. Like
Oh.
there's
Oh,
parts
no.
of the wall that have been ripped off.
Oh,
There's
goodness.
like tables that have been turned over, like drawers that have been the drawers have been pulled out and smashed on the ground, their contents scattered. This place, from what you can tell by the small sliver, has been tossed thoroughly.
Goodness.
But is there any lamps?
Guys, are any lamps or candles?
What are you, a moth?
No, I'm just telling you.
Lamp.
Is there or is there not?
I'm so sorry. Get the lamp. From what you can see, no, you cannot see any lamps yet.
I just kind of like peek in. I don't see anyone. I'm just gonna say screw it. I instantly cast my sword in front of me. Not in front of me. Sorry, to the back, in my hand. And then like I open up the door and I cast green flame blade where it just ignites the sword itself.
Did we see anybody in there?
Is green flame blade a cantrip?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Where it just casts it's like you get a green glow. It's like I'd say it's about 5 to 10 foot radius somewhere around there of
Okay.
light.
So everything within the room is illuminated in a bit of a haunting green glow. As do you kick the door down or just push it open?
I just push it open, like
Okay.
like Outlast style.
I'd say it swings about halfway open and then stops up against something.
Uh-oh.
Here.
Did you
Here.
say my name? Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come up here and check for traps.
I'm
Oh,
going to be
okay.
very
I was
careful
just
when
gonna
I'm
go
stepping in
downstairs and
here.
grab some pizza, but you guys
Uh,
caught me before I even got a chance.
What?
Come on,
Sorry.
son.
Pizza!
You don't have time to eat.
I'm
Italy
hungry.
does not exist
I'd
in this
still be able
universe.
to talk. I had my mic on, but
I'm,
now I
I'm,
have
I'm
to
going to be
roll.
very careful when I walk in here because I have to roll a dex check. Yay, because of ball
Wait, I
bearings.
thought I was checking for traps.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that
well,
is true.
that was said before I walked in. That was said before I was walking in.
Yeah.
Yep. So.
So
sucks for you.
roll
Yeah.
your dexterity check to
I
get
gotta-
over your own ball bearings.
No, I gotta win above a 10. Above a 10.
Is that the DC 10?
Yeah, DC's 10 for
Okay,
ball bearings.
good to know.
But that's 12. So I beat DC.
Hey.
Whew.
So you carefully step over your own self-made trap and kind of peek your head around to see what's stopping the door. And it is a pile of clothes that have been I'm sorry, not a pile of clothes, but like a blanket that has been pulled out of the nearby dresser and tossed aside. And then it looks like the dresser was smashed by like maybe a hammer, a bat, some sort of blunt object that might have weighed quite a bit.
I'm gonna go to this house and see if there's in every room. Check if there's anyone in here.
Okay.
So
Are the rest
don't
of you
need
guys
me?
staying outside or going in?
I mean, I can go in and help.
I'll go in.
You. Okay.
Okay, for anybody that's entering the front door, you need to make a dexterity saving throw. Because your warlock threw ball bearings in the doorway.
Okay. I'm gonna check around the back of the house.
Okay.
Yeah, 19.
Alright, you carefully and dexterously step.
Ooh, that's close.
Thea, you step
Yeah.
in and your paw pad catches one of these ball bearings and you start to slip, but then it like rolls up between your toes. And it's like kind of uncomfortable
Jelly
until
bean
you
toes.
like wiggle them and it falls out of your paw. And then you're okay.
Fun.
Slips through the jelly beans.
All right, what do you see inside there, boys?
A bunch of ball
as you-
bearings.
Yeah. There's a bunch of ball bearings and there's
Gosh dang it.
like I said, there's a couple dressers, cabinets smashed up. There looks like there was a futon, or not a futon, but like some sort of armchair that looks like somebody let like a dog go like crazy on it, and it like the seat has been ripped open and all the stuffing has been like thrown out and strewn across the room. This house, at least this floor and this room that you guys are looking at, is just completely destroyed. Like it looks like there's not one thing that escaped some sort of messing with. Everything has been touched in one way or another.
Is there like any papers on the floor or anything like that? Like a journal or something like that?
Right here, no. But there is roll a perception check. I'm sorry. Or no, everybody roll an investigation that's in the house.
Oh, I'm outside.
Investigation is +2. That is a
Investigation?
19.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's a
investigation.
19. 19.
Ooh boy, look at that.
Oh
Thea.
my, nat 20. Whew.
Oh.
Nice.
But wait,
Uh,
Rack, I thought you were outside.
Ooh,
No, I'm outside. I'm talking about Thea.
Oh. Oh.
a 3.
Okay, so what did a 3, a natural 20, and what did you get?
I got a 19.
A 19. Okay.
Well, nice.
So as you guys move about the inside of this first floor, and it looks like there's this isn't the only floor to the house. It looks like maybe there's 2 more rooms. Thea, you walk in and kind of look around, and there's really nothing of immediate importance. There's some religious items. There's a small shrine in the corner which has been shattered. It looks like there once stood in this small corner surrounded by a couple stands of candles and some various twigs and brushes from the nearby woodland, a porcelain statue of Melora, which is now scattered in a million pieces across the floor. And as you kind of follow the fragments, your eyes can't help but track to the way you came in. And as Draku enters and kind of gently closes the door a little bit behind you, there on the back of the door, painted in red, is that same symbol that you
Uh-oh.
guys have become uncomfortably familiar with.
Uh-oh.
I take out of my bag a torch and I light it. And I give it to Drake, who's like, "You're gonna need this."
Torch? I
A
have
torch.
a torch.
I just gave you a torch that I already lit, so boom.
Oh, thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
You're so sweet. It would be
Like, I
better if I wasn't walking around a bunch of stupid ball bearings. But thanks for the torch.
I kind of smile as after we cleared this one room, and as everyone leaves, I'm gonna be casting prestidigitation to put all the ball bearings in one place so I can pick them back
Pick 'em
up
up.
easier. Yeah.
Pick up your 1/16, your 167 ball bearings that you're
Yes.
down now.
Yes, 167. I want to pick them all back up.
All right, what do you guys see in
For
here?
everybody watching at home, yes, we've done the math.
It was hours. It took hours.
Hours.
Oh my gosh.
The most I've ever used geometry in my entire life.
Okay, so
For the rest of you that are going around the back, you can see the light as this torch is lit, along with the soft green glow that was there before. As you guys work your way around the backyard, there's another door. It doesn't look like it leads into the room that all of your friends are in, but it looks like it leads into another portion of this house, and that is currently closed.
Here.
Take a shot.
No,
just left.
this is Alora and Rack.
Oh.
Okay.
This is
Yeah.
what you guys are seeing in the back. And
Clarification,
one of
just
the
to make sure I
windows
got all
that
my-
leads into the main room, looks like it was broken out. Like you can see the remnants of the glass pane shattered across the lawn, or not the lawn, but the side of the house as you guys make your way around it.
No, what's gonna be really freaky is like if we go upstairs and then there's just Father Hans like there crucified.
Don't spoil it.
Yeah.
Oh God, how'd you know?
Oh, darn it.
Laura, what do you make of this?
I don't know. Do you want me to do like an investigation to like look further into it or anything? See if there's anything specific. Lucas.
Hmm?
You want me to do like is it necessary?
The window where it shattered, it
Mhm.
leads into the room that all your friends are in.
Okay.
The door, however, leads somewhere new.
Okay.
So you haven't seen if it's locked yet.
Okay, I'll check to see if it. Well, I guess I could. Whoa, hold on. Sorry, my like computer went to sleep. There we go. Well, I could check if it's locked, but do I need to do like a? I guess I could do like a check to make sure there's. Is it like? Hold on. Is it like cracked open or anything? Is the door like? Or is it just completely closed?
It is completely closed.
Okay. Do I need to do like a check for traps?
You can if you want to. That would
Oh.
also kind of tell you if it was locked too.
Okay, let's do that. Let's see. Where is? What is that? Is that an actual?
I think that's investigation, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so it's the same investigation. Okay.
Yes.
Checking for traps, yeah, and to see if it's locked. 14.
Jeez.
Very
All
nice.
right. As you kind of carefully look over for all the common triggers, the door appears to be locked, but as far as you're concerned, it is not trapped.
Okay, cool. Well, it seems to be locked. Maybe
Alright,
we
out
can
of the
get
way,
the.
And I
Okay.
grab my pike. Okay, you have your weapon ready. I don't know if anything's gonna burst out of there.
Okay.
Can I roll for attack on this door?
Oh goodness.
You may roll for attack on the door.
I was going
Thank
to
you.
say that we could just see it to open it, but whatever you want to do.
And you hear a crash as I slam my pike into it.
Okay.
That's a 25.
That hits. This pike, we should call it knock knock because it's really good at open up the doors.
Alright, let's see.
Wait, do I hear the crack of the door?
Yeah, you hear a solid thung
that's
followed by a
5
crash as
5
the
points of
massive
damage
body
for it.
behind the pike slams into it, and the whole thing disintegrates in front of him.
I whisper to myself, it's like I'm like Scar does in Disney The Lion King. I'm surrounded by idiots.
To be fair, you guys in the house, I don't think Laura or Rax specifically said, "Hey, we're going around back." So you just heard something crash out back that
Oh,
you
okay.
technically don't know what it is.
Okay, never mind. Well,
That's
that's
fair.
above table. above
Okay,
table.
so
I'm gonna
broke down
break
door,
down
right,
the
with
door.
the 5 to damage.
I think.
Oh, you only did 5 points of damage?
I have an extra attack if you want me to do it.
Yeah, do it, because that
Okay.
would not be enough.
Oh, natural freaking 20.
Whoa!
6.
Yeah, you get it. So
Okay.
No, the door.
everybody
missed.
hears two sounds. First sound, pike stabbing the door. Second sound is the 600-pound dragonborn crashing behind the pike through the door.
Nice.
Yeah, I also rolled a 10 plus 4 onto the door with my second attack.
Yeah,
Oh goodness.
you got him.
You got the door.
That door won't get in our way any longer, Laura.
Nice job,
And,
Rack.
Draco, did you say you were gonna kick down the other door on the inside?
Just a lot of kicking.
Yeah.
Okay, roll for attack too, because this is funny.
Just a bunch of crash.
15.
Oh, 15.
No.
Roll for damage.
Your goodness.
I'm gonna. This is with I'm gonna go Battleborn, of course.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Oh no.
Oh, actually, I
Always.
didn't state it before, so I can't.
Yeah,
Okay.
you
My
got
gosh.
the door.
The
Plus-
door is
plus a
done. It's
D4.
anywhere.
Yeah, we're
Oh
not
my
dealing
God.
with any inanimate objects getting in our way this time, Mr.
Guys.
Rose.
I want to say something above table real quick. I feel
What?
so bad because I have a guest and I lost track of time. I was supposed to give her pillow sheets like
Big
2
ooh.
hours ago.
Wait,
Okay.
did you say pillow sheets or hello sheets?
Pillow.
Pillow sheets.
Oh wait,
Because first of all, I want to know what the hell's the latter. What are pillow sheets?
Hello sheets.
Hello,
what? Hello.
sheets.
What is Hello Sheets?
It's like
I
Hello
I
Kitty,
said
but
pillow
sheets.
sheets.
Okay, so
Oh,
he breaks
yeah.
down
Oh,
the door.
pillow.
Now, do we
Pillow.
like meet
Yeah.
each other in the back room or
Okay.
what?
Yeah, essentially, you crash through the door. You're like, heck yeah, and then you hear or you see the adjacent door on the other wall that connects to where your friends are. Essentially, get blown across to the other side of the room as Draku's sitting there and kind of like puts his foot back on the ground.
Hands up, swine. Oh, hi, Draku.
Put him up. Oh. What's up?
Would like to say above table. Tennessee Volunteers just beat Kentucky basketball today. Screw you, Kentucky.
Yeah, who likes
Sorry,
Kentucky?
Hey, Vegas Golden Knights won yesterday, so
They very
Nope.
all
cares.
the sports shout out.
Nobody
No, I'm
cares.
talking about
Okay,
college.
What,
college.
What's in the back?
What did you just say about hockey?
I said nobody cares about when you're playing freaking
Okay,
D&D.
yeah,
Y'all need to
Draco
stay on
gets
turn.
struck by lightning. He's dead.
All right.
No.
Is there
In
nothing
the
in this
distance,
house,
you
or
hear
is it
the
just
soft
like...
sound
Hey,
of the unmistakable goal horn being sounded.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Right. What are
Puck
we
is
doing?
life, y'all.
Me and Ray just kicked down some doors, looked at each
Yep.
other, pretty much bro-fisted, and then let's do this.
Right. And so in front of or between the two of you, now with a broken door that's kind of like shattered across it, there is a desk.
Oh.
And it looks like this desk has also suffered some damage through whoever went through here, but that's not the most disturbing thing you see in this room. Behind the desk, on the wall, written in red, there is not the symbol, but letters, a phrase.
Is it in Draconic?
No, it's in common. And
Oh,
you can all
what's
read
it
it.
say?
Got a break.
And it says, "To those who don't believe."
Oh no.
Oh
Whoa.
my. I don't believe.
Is that all that's in the room? Is just that phrase on the wall?
There's a couple papers scattered around.
Can I do an
But
investigation? Oh, sorry.
And go ahead and roll your investigation checks.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm gonna roll that as
Okay,
well.
I see nothing.
I want a
Just gonna-
glorious.
Rip me.
Oh boy, I'm rolling high now.
I got a 4.
Yeehaw.
Got a 5.
Investigation?
Yeah.
Investigation.
If it was perception, I would be a. Whoa!
Okay, I got I got a 17.
The
I don't
Okay.
even want to say what I got.
we all suck. We all suck.
2 plus -2.
Except for Rack.
Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a
technically, you
whopping
don't have to
17.
say it,
I'm-
'cause we
So,
can see it.
all of you guys are awestruck by the implications of what "to those who don't believe" refers to. You have an idea, but it feels like that message is left unfinished. Maybe on purpose. Maybe that's all there is to it.
Oh.
But you're distracted by what future implications this might have moving forward. And especially since you're not quite sure what they believe in, that could mean you too. But who was the only one who actually rolled? Okay, Rack. Okay.
Yeah.
You look around, and the papers on the floor are not of too much terrible interest, as they are documents concerning tiding exchanges between patrons and the church. But one thing you do notice is some of these have dates on them. And you start to kind of pick up the pieces of paper and put them in a chronological order. And you see about 3 weeks ago, the people who would donate to the church, and we're not talking a lot of money here, maybe at the end of the day, in total, a couple gold pieces, in the forms of people giving out coppers or silvers or stuff like that. But 3 weeks ago, you can see over the course of a week, it goes from a consistent number to 0. And then there are no more papers. The dates end 2 weeks ago.
When the mayor got elected.
Basically, yeah.
People stopped coming to his church, or they started worshiping something else, maybe.
Yeah.
It is possible.
I mean, in light of when the situation and what we know so far, it'd probably be safe to say that they started worshipping something else.
Yeah, that's odd. Maybe no. I don't know. Maybe he just left because no one was there. Maybe they wanted to silence him for blasphemy. I don't know.
Probably silence for blasphemy. I mean, most people are dedicated to some faith, regardless if other people believe or not, doesn't really affect them.
I kind of just turn away from this. I go upstairs and go see what's up there.
I want to make sure he's not alone, so.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
let's check
go
out upstairs.
upstairs, and there is this is the last room in the house, because like the foyer was like an L, and it was like a dining room, a living room, and like a kitchen, and then there was a study, And then looks like there's a stairway that ascends up into a loft, which you would imagine to be a bedroom.
I just want
Turn-
to clarify real quick. I got all my ball bearings back, right?
Yes, you got all your
Okay.
ball bearings back.
Just-
I want to go upstairs as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go too.
Okay, so you
I'm
all
gonna go as
upstairs.
well. Yeah. All
Yeah.
of us.
And now the people that have just been hearing us are going to start a fire on the bottom floor.
Okay. So what do we see in the bedroom? Is that what you said it was?
Right. So you guys all pile in, and this bedroom's not very big. True to most men of the cloth, a minimalist at heart, aiming only to serve and nothing more. This bedroom is sparse, spare from a few
We just
small
raped.
trinkets and personal effects. Some various religious symbols hung along the wall. One of the things that immediately strikes your interest is there's a bedside drawer, which looks like it had seen better days, but rested almost as if to be left undisturbed, even through all this chaos. There is a ring of wood, and as you bring the light closer to it to look at it, it's not a normal wood. It's purple. And it looks as some woods have a smooth grain to it. Cedar, for example, usually lines up very nice. It doesn't knot up. It's not very scraggly. Oak, on the other hand, can get pretty right twisted in its grain and texture. This is extremely knotted, as if this whole tree had grown out 5 ways to sideways and then still found upside down and up again. The grain is so twisted it doesn't look natural. And
That's
it's
my
got a
piece.
weight that's uncommon to wood. It's incredibly heavy. Not like a band of iron, but heavier than your average wood ring, if one could imagine.
Haven't.
I
The
pick up
wood.
the ring. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
As you pick up the ring, you see what's attached to it. And this, oddly enough, is the much more interesting piece. As a solid, single piece of living ivy,
Hmm.
which looks like it's on the way to not being living anymore, but a necklace made of ivy.
What is living ivy?
Ivy
Like
is like a
the
vine.
plant?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a vine.
Sorry, that's probably a Northwest thing.
What's the
Nope.
the nature goddess that Placidity worships?
Melora.
Melora.
Can I roll investigation check to see if there's anything else?
Yes, you may. You may
I'll do the
all,
same thing.
if you wish.
I'm entranced with this ring.
Oh my gosh. Okay, 4. You know what? It's fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was
Good
doing
rolls.
well.
Let's do
Yeah, I
this.
was doing well
I got
before.
a 20.
I got a 14.
17.
All right. 2014. I'm not rolling.
I got a 17.
Alright. So you guys look around this room. You find no priest, but you find some of his other personal effects. But nothing immediately shocking or concerning. Thea, as you're looking around this room for any sort of evidence, there is a window that looks out over the road you guys walked along.
To the window. To the
And
wall.
through this window, you have a fantastic view of what would have came up the road towards the house, and you can also see into the 2 harvested bogs on either side of the house. Something catches your eye in the bog on the right side of the road.
No,
Oh no.
Hey
There's-
guys.
it's not.
I saw something outside.
It's hard to tell what it is, but in the black water, under the moonlight, there's something that gives off an odd shimmer.
Oh my
Ooh,
gosh.
we need to go look at that.
I'm gonna go down there with Tia. Gotta give her some backup.
Okay,
wait.
so
Is
was
it
just a
like-
little-
Does she
sorry.
run out? Does she run out towards the thing?
What does Thea do? I don't know.
I'm gonna run out there and see if I can catch it. For
No.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no.
Wait,
I,
does she?
Bad
No.
cat.
I rush out and grab her before she can run out there.
Are you gonna try to escape it, or are you gonna let him grab you?
I'm just gonna let him grab me.
Okay.
Because he probably knows better than me.
Aw.
Yeah, I'm not sure running away from the group is the best idea right now.
Well, then come
don't-
on with me. Let's go check this thing out.
I run after her and I grab her out of Rack's hand. Not like we need to go. Like I don't jump on the horse with and like I help Thea's like point me in the direction where you saw the thing.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
I
we
need to
need-
take this ring to Diana. She might be able to tell me what it is.
Mount up. Wait.
Whoa. We're splitting again?
No.
No, we're all going on the horses. We're all gonna go check out the
Okay.
shimmering.
As long as okay, you said that you were gonna go take Diane. I was
Yeah,
like,
we-
whoa, what are we doing?
We looked pretty much all over the place. We couldn't
Yeah.
find the bridger.
Okay, I unravel a little bit of hempen rope and tie the ring into a necklace around my neck.
Okay, you do that. Easy
Okay.
enough to do.
What about the ivy thing?
That's he has it
Oh.
around. It's
Oh,
on.
that's
That,
okay.
It's
it looks
connected
like
to
the
ring.
ivy was like the chain of the necklace, only it was a living. I don't know what you'd call what
a
binds a
living,
necklace
like-
or makes a necklace a necklace.
A
Whatever
chain?
the chain,
Yeah,
the
it was
Just a
the
string,
chain, yeah, just an
the
ivy chain.
suspension mechanism,
Yeah, it's like an ivy
Okay.
chain, basically.
an ivy rope.
Okay,
But
but
onwards
yeah.
to victory. Charge like
Are you
General
guys going
Custard.
back to the colder residence, or are you
No,
going,
we're going
to
to
what
the-
you
we're
saw?
going towards
yeah,
the
we're-
light,
yeah.
the shimmering.
Okay.
Yeah,
the
we're gonna go.
the shimmer.
Although, guys, I don't think we should get too far in if it turns out to be the monolith. We need Diana and Placidity here.
Mhm.
And if it starts to get too dangerous, we need to head back to the colder residence.
Okay.
I would have to concur.
Okay. Proceed
Okay.
with caution.
So you guys go down, and of course, cranberry bogs are very big, like
But
a
they're
field
not
of
very
corn, but submerged. You guys walk the 50 yards down the road to where you saw it, and with the moon now behind you, you have a much better view of what it was. It would have been almost impossible to see on your way in.
Well, I still have my green flame blade, and I'm pretty sure Draco
Okay.
still has his torch.
Right? Perfect.
Yeah.
But there is a large mass about I would say 10 feet into the bog, submerged, a large white mass. It's hard to see because it looks like it's buried in mud.
Is it like just a structure, or is it like humanoid, or is it?
It's
Yeah.
hard to tell, but it can't be much bigger than maybe 6 feet in length, whatever it is.
Okay, so it might not be the
guess what?
monolith. The monoliths were black, weren't they?
Yeah.
So,
I kind of look at Rack and said, "You worked as under a pirate, not pirate. Sorry, take that back. A captain for a very long time, correct?
oh no, he was a pirate, but
Okay,
yeah,
a pirate.
yeah.
I'm going to assume you're a very good swimmer, right?
Oh yeah, the best.
You want to go try and
Bogs are
Uh,
only like knee.
User disconnected
Mm.
from your channel.
well,
Oh, there.
no,
That was just clay. Okay.
Well-
Oh, he was
how
here?
close are we to the mass?
Yeah, he was here.
Oh, good. It's 10 feet essentially from the edge of this bog, and
Okay,
And-
actually, that's perfect. I walk up towards the bog and back up about 5 feet away, and I want to cast Frost Attack to freeze over the surface of the water to allow us a path.
I. Mm,
I can roll for it.
no. You will freeze the surface of the water, but you'll freeze like the top 2 inches.
It's not-
Enough
it's
to
not strong
support a
enough.
cat, maybe a small dog, but not your 600-pound
Mhm.
self.
Then-
Maybe
Okay,
not
wait,
even
wait, wait.
Thea's light
Yeah,
frame.
I can let Thea go and check it out. She's probably better at seeing. She has dark vision, anyways.
Okay, again, I don't think
Mhm.
2 inches of ice will support
Okay,
Thea's dainty
Oh,
little
not
frame.
even feet. Oh,
real
jeez.
quick question: how deep is the bog, Lucas?
Bogs are about maybe like 2.5 feet deep. If you wear not suspenders, that's not the right word,
Waiters.
but like
Waders?
hip waders, yeah, You can
Okay.
comfortably walk through a bog
I'm
and stay
dumb.
dry.
I'm dumb. We can just take the horses through because horses will be fine. Yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah, never mind.
Well, you
I'm
won't
dumb.
touch the water, but you'll have a hard time getting, because like I said, it whatever it is, it's submerged, so it's partially buried in the mud.
Okay. Well, I said to Rek, it's like, Rek, you come with me. Thea, you stay with Draku and Alora here
And
because
also, I might point this out. Horse hooves might get stuck in a mucky bog.
Yeah, I wouldn't take
As
the horses. I was gonna say.
Okay.
they put a lot of weight on a small surface area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
not even
They'll be
Clydesdales
little.
with
Okay.
like the really wide hooves.
Yeah, but they weigh a
Yeah,
ton
no.
more.
Yeah,
So
so it's like sticks going and being driven into
it's
the
like
mud.
it's like saying deer hooves put as much pressure as like an elephant hoof
Okay.
does.
Okay.
I look at Rek. It's like, okay, me and you are gonna go in here. We may get stuck, so in doing so, let's tie some rope around us. Okay.
Okay, that's fair. I say we. Okay, here's the plan. Me and
What-
John go in. We can walk just fine. It's not that deep. Elora, I want you to have your bow ready in case anything happens.
Okay.
You and Thea have. You can see through the dark. Draku, I need you to hold the horses and be prepared to support. And hopefully nothing dangerous happens.
Okay, the only
Hope
thing
for
I
the
have,
best.
the
I
only
wanna
thing I have
go with
against
y'all.
this plan is
I'm
wait.
an upfront fighter.
Okay, I was gonna say the only thing I have against this plan is I'd prefer Brack to be back here because he's a lot stronger than me and Thea. However, we do have Draco, so
Okay,
that
never
will
mind. I'll be
Okay.
back there.
that'd be better. But I'm just
I
saying
got
we
your back.
need one person that's really strong because me and Thea won't be able to pull Rack out. There's no way.
Okay, that's fair.
And also if we have any trouble, if I remember right, can't Draku fly?
Yes.
Right?
He can
Oh,
hover.
okay. So Draku can fly, and actually he's a close quarters fighter. It would probably be better for him, because I don't know, in case any surprises come, he can fend off from very close up.
And
Okay.
and if we need any help like getting out, he can fly and come help us get
Yeah.
out.
Okay.
Strong man.
I put my pike up and grab my spear.
I grab my sword. I'm just having my sword out, not my shield, just my sword.
I'm just standing
Okay.
there flexing my boobs.
Okay, you do that. You do the Terry Crews individual bounce on
Yeah.
each side. Right, get
Do
your
it-
warm ups in.
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm prepared for.
You guys tie
Whatever.
ropes around John and Draku.
No,
Yes.
Rack.
No,
Oh,
Draku.
Rack.
Yeah, we're doing
Wait.
Draku.
I have
Are
the
we
other
doing Draco?
end. Wait, I thought you were going, and I can fly out there and help you.
Would you want to do that?
Does
Does that sound better?
Unless, because we need you on
Can
land
he
in case
fly
like,
or can he hover? I thought it was a hover.
it's
He
kind
can
of a
hover.
Hey, hover
that's
5
different
foot
than-
Does
above the
mean
ground.
hover over water.
Oh, that's
Okay,
true.
that's fine. Yeah, I was
Well,
gonna say I don't know.
I can hover 5 foot. Actually, no. I can levitate 10 feet for 10 minutes.
10 feet for 10 minutes.
Well, like, would we want Draku on the land if we need to be pulled out with the rope because he's strong?
Yeah, I mean that worked.
Yeah.
Y'all do this. I got you. I got.
Okay,
I'm-
so
I'm
who's
sorry,
going into
Draku.
the bog?
Who's going in the
Rack,
bog?
I think. Me and Rack.
Okay, we tied the ropes around John and
Rack
Rack.
and John.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys get into the water and wade out to whatever it is.
Mhm.
Okay. As you slip into the cold black water, and start wading out to this shape, you start to see it's not white actually. It's white with some dark purple and red spots
Oh, jeez.
over it. And you guys approach to it. As you guys look over, it does appear to be humanoid in shape.
Mm.
All
Do you
right.
guys break it free from the mud?
Yeah,
Wait,
I
is it
do.
stuck?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
start working on it.
I'm gonna
Okay.
assume it's the priest.
I won't make you roll.
Yeah, I'll just put my spear up that I had out earlier and start grabbing it and pulling it out.
I just like
As
cast,
you-
I cast away my sword as I start pulling it out with Rack.
Okay. As you guys start working over this body, or well, shit. Like this is a surprise.
Well,
Damn it!
now.
Humanoid.
I don't do
Well,
that very
now.
often. Whoops. All right, well,
Whoopsie.
fine. Let me tell you the story because I took all this time to look it up anyway. Um,
Oh,
as
this
you guys,
is the FBI thing was for.
this was the FBI thing. As you guys pull and pull, this is well, maybe once what was a normal human. What lies here is pale as a ghost and swollen, unnaturally all over. We're talking like bulges on the skin that stick up maybe 6 or 7 inches and in random places. But as you pull the body and roll it over, it was laying back or face down. And of course, you guys don't recognize him, but the robes kind of give it away.
Uh-oh.
Of course, the robes are tattered and torn in certain places from the various swelling of the body, and they're ripped. The chest and shoulders has been ripped out, whether by force or the natural decaying process. The eyes are open wide and clouded over and look like have begun to rot away, but the skin around it, while ghost white, is dark purple, and bloodshot veins that still remain visible on the surface spread out from the eyes like two shattered sections of glass, spider webbing almost to every corner of the face from the sockets of the eye. The mouth has a certain pale purple texture to it, as there is no color difference between the lips and the skin around it. There appears to be certain spots on the bodies which has been either bruised or discolored by one form or another. One spot on each shoulder, on the front side of the chest, as somebody almost were to push forcefully down, and then 2 spots on the thigh where the ropes have ripped away and revealed the skin. It looks like, judging by the various religious symbols on the unsoiled sections of clothing, this is the remnants of Father Hans.
Oh no.
I would like you to, the two of you, to roll a investigation check, please.
Okay.
That
I
is
got a 15.
16.
Nice.
15, 16.
And for everybody watching at home, I needed to look up what a drowning dead person looked like.
Oh.
Waterlogged.
That's disturbing.
Yeah.
I
can
don't
only
recommend
imagine.
looking it up.
Dedication. Dedication. Round of applause.
Yeah, my immersion.
I'm like, I actually teared up.
You know what's
That's
really
sad.
fucked up too? Is like, I would have been okay if it was just some dude, but the first picture was a little kid. I'm like, oh, you
Oh
motherfuckers.
my
Oh,
gosh.
no.
Of course.
I'm like, fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, really.
What do we see?
As you guys look over, something doesn't seem quite right. You're no medical expert, but the wounds on the thighs, shoulders, and some of the other parts of the body look very defensive in nature. And if he was found face down, why would he be being pushed from the bottom of the bog? The other thing that strikes you both as odd is, as I mentioned earlier, this bog has been harvested. There's very little plant material left from the cranberry vines, bushes, whatever they're called. But in parts of the mouth and in various other nooks and crannies of the swollen, distorted skin, there's sections of vine, shrubbery, cranberries, all looking like they're from the same plant. Essentially, what you two start to put together in your minds is, wow, this man looks like he died of drowning. You don't think he drowned here?
Hmm.
My
Like-
eyes widen more and more and more. I was like, the pit that was in front of the monolith. They
drowned him as a sacrifice.
drowned the heretic there, or what they consider that, as a sacrifice to their god.
That monolith's been here long enough. Far too long. I pick him up and I kind of carry him back out of the bog.
I'll follow Draco.
I'm
What-
chilling there, not doing anything.
Not Draco, sorry, I mean Rack.
When he been there, the monster only be here for, or whoever it was, I keep forgetting how to say his name. Only be here for like 2 weeks then.
The monolith?
Yeah, the monolith.
No, it's been here for like months.
Things started happening 2 weeks ago, but we
It's been
noticed
here
the
for
monolith.
like 5 weeks.
Yeah,
probably
we noticed the
longer,
monolith
too.
5 weeks ago.
I think the time we said was like 7 weeks in total.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because we had to sail back. Yeah.
Yeah, because you had to the Emperor heard about it, sent you guys 2 weeks to the island of Maru, 2 weeks back after confirming it,
Right.
then 5 weeks. No, so it's 9 weeks.
9 weeks, so
And-
like 2 months and a week.
Right.
Yeah.
And from what you've heard from the villagers, things around here have only started happening at the most 3 weeks ago.
So no one found it until about basically a month ago.
Unless something more sinister is going on. Maybe I know they're awfully big, but what if things are? What if people are behind this? What if they're dropping these monoliths off? What if they're not appearing at the same time, and what we saw was maybe not a maybe it was a vision of the future?
Well, the Emperor did say it wasn't just one, it was a bunch of them were appearing up at once. He got reports from all over the other kingdoms also. So in doing so, it's not just this one appearing, it's multiple have already appeared.
Same
And
time. Okay.
yes, and in doing that, whenever you guys went to the island of Maru, you confirmed of this, because the island of the Maru and the statue only tell of what's in the present. They never tells of the future.
Hmm. Well,
Good memory, John. That is correct.
as
I wasn't even there because
You weren't even there, so- I was
the Emperor
gonna
told me
say
that.
something, and then I'm like, oh no, he's
I'm
got
gonna-
it.
I'm gonna assume that the Emperor told me that. So
very
No,
nice.
no, no. And Kitchkin told you guys that actually on the trip, and Mateu also said it at the mountaintop.
Yeah.
and then
So
I look at. Well, I'm gonna assume we're like regrouped with everyone. Can I do a medical check on him to see like what? Like I don't know he drowned, but I want to see like
He's
what we're-
dead, John.
I know.
Check for pulse.
if there's anything more going on,
No, I want to see like with the bruises that he sustained, if I could identify like what type of weapons it was or weaponry or so on and so forth.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll a medicine check.
That is a 21 on the dice. It's really dark
Jeez.
in here. It is really dark in here.
Wait.
No, not 21. Sorry, a 19 plus 2.
Okay, I was
21.
gonna say, hold on a
That's-
second. You're rolling a d20. You got a 21.
Rolling that that 21 sided dice.
99. Holy shit, guys!
99 plus 2.
So
Yep, 99 plus 2. So you
21.
look over, and as the illustration I kind of drew out earlier, it doesn't look like weapons did this to him. the spots that are bruised on the torso and on the legs are in a way that look like they were grabbed forcefully, maybe even held forcefully.
Okay.
You'd imagine that maybe it wasn't those that killed him, but maybe holding him under water that killed him.
And he was being pushed down or held down, like held down
Both.
face first. Oh.
So
Oh.
he was pushed down face up, so on pushed down, floating on his back, and then submerged by the shoulders and the thighs. Somebody or multiple people holding him down, or one person,
So this was a team effort.
most likely.
You can imagine that a lot of people were in on it by what John saw in his vision.
So, yeah, I kind of look at everyone, and then I kind of just think, I'm just like, we're gonna go back to the cold air place. We're going to gather. We're gonna get Placidity, and we're gonna go pay the mayor a visit.
Let's do this.
Okay.
And this needs to be with urgency, so we need to move quickly.
Wait,
But shit and get-
what do we do with the body?
Take
Bring
it
it
with
with
us.
We
Wrap
can't go
it
into
up with
town with a
something.
dead priest.
Wrap it up with our
Yeah, that'll
bedrolls.
make us look bad.
Well, we know the priest has been missing. So if we find the body, it's not, and like they ask about it, it's not like we did it.
Yeah, because it's been missing way before we got here.
He's been missing for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
True. Never mind then.
And if you really want to do it, we can just take our bedrolls and we can cover him with it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
The smell might leak out.
Wait, doesn't someone have a tent? Right? Didn't someone say they had a tent?
Well,
I
can we
don't
just
have a
use
tent.
the
Let's see.
bed
Rip tent.
and clothes from the house since we already went in there?
Oh wait, no. Let's go. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good
you said,
idea.
let's go in the house and go get that blanket and stuff that was there and wrap him up in that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
We don't have to use our resources. We'll just
Yeah,
use his.
smart.
Yeah.
He's not
He's
using
not
them.
using them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. Okay.
Well, let's wrap him up in his belongings. You know.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Nice.
Someone go in and grab it. I got the body.
I run in there.
Okay.
Full sprint.
I'll keep him on my horse.
Yeah, that poor
If
horse.
that's okay. Oh, actually, no. That's a whole other body. Let's. Who has a single horse?
Draco.
Draku.
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Throw 'em on me.
I think your horse is probably done with a few dead things on it now.
Yes, poor
Yeah, I
thing.
guess that's true.
No, but I get
Okay.
to like a couple blankets and I come back in and it's like I'm gonna assume Brack and Draco or whoever wants to help starts wrapping the body.
Yeah, we just
and the
wrap it up
blankets.
and give it to Draku and head
Oh,
on our way.
are we gonna tie the ends off? So like
Yeah, I got some rope I can do that with.
Okay. then like we
I
just
did just the
You're
ends
gonna
off and
bail it up.
bail it up.
yeah, essentially.
And then just like strap it to like each side of the saddle on the back of Draco's horse.
Yeah, not on the back of me, on the back
No,
of
no, no.
the
Yeah.
horse.
Yeah, the
I'm not
horse.
letting these people get away with it.
I,
We're gonna show this body to the people.
I get quickly on the
What
horse
if it was the
and
people that did it?
I motion Thea to come help me. Not help me, get on the horse too.
Alright, I got on the horse. But what if the townspeople did it?
Well,
When-
once we get rid of that monolith, they should go back to normal and
Hopefully.
they'll at least know what happened.
But let's move with haste.
Yeah, let's go.
And we're
Hello.
moving to. We
Okay.
just move. I'm gonna.
We
assume
ride
move
off
at
into
a,
the-
move at a gallop. The gallop.
Into
pace.
the pathway and head back
we
to
ride
town.
off into the sunset.
We
Oh, wait,
go
there's
to the
no
cold
sunset.
air
The sun's
place.
already set.
Okay.
Yeah.
Set
So
long ago.
To
I
the
know,
cold
I tried to make a joke
air
'cause, like,
place.
riding
to
off
the
into
cold to the hot air place.
To the cooler
Hot
place.
air
It's called cold air. I will smite every one of you.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
go ahead and roll a perception check, please, for the voyage back.
Okay.
That is
Perception
a
17.
Oh, okay, that's
11. 11.
Hey, I got an
12.
11 as well.
I got
Me
a
and John are both
Also,
at 11.
question: do you still have the torch lit?
Yeah, I do. I have. Well.
Well, yeah, I still got a torch, but I'm sure.
I'll just light another torch instead of.
I still have my
using,
torch.
Or the torch I gave you. I'm gonna light a separate torch again.
Okay, no,
For
but
myself,
you're gonna
because-
keep it lit for
Yeah.
the ride.
Yeah, because I don't.
Okay.
I don't want to use my sword the entire
Good
time.
to know.
Oh,
Do
I
I need to
don't
roll
like that.
only one or two?
Just
Oh,
one.
Okay,
yeah.
so-
Are we doing it with disadvantage?
If you have the torch lit, no.
Okay.
It-
Do you want to
a
just take
normal
my
roll.
first roll, or you want me to re-roll?
Your first
just,
roll.
Just take your first roll. So
18.
17, 17, 18, and
Two
what did
11s.
you roll,
2 11s.
John? Oh,
I
and
Me
rolled
and
me.
John
11.
both rolled an 11.
How funny! You guys rolled both 11. Me and Rolla rolled both 17, and Draku's the only one that rolled a different number.
Because he's the best.
I have a very good
You're the
perception.
best
Yeah.
around. No one's gonna
Excuse
ever
me.
get you down. You're the best.
So with
around.
that and the help of the torchlight, you guys are don't see anything that as you guys ride your way back to town. It's pretty late. I would say about this point, after all the excitement and all the events that have happened, it's like maybe 2 in the morning now.
Wow.
There was nobody out here when you guys left, and there's certainly nobody out on your guys' way back.
We need a place to crash for the night. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that out there.
Well, all right,
Like-
good to know.
We can crash at Eris's house.
Oh yeah, I'm sure her parents would love that.
Ah, they're
So,
probably still not
without
gonna-
event, and without seeing anything out of the ordinary, you guys ride back to the Colder residence.
I would've
Without
suggested,
issue.
staying
Without
you
in
guys-
the
issue,
Greek
yes.
house since
Okay. You had a tone in your
free
voice.
and
I was
you don't think
suspecting
anyone's
something.
gonna be going there.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
Okay. Is there anything whenever we enter? Is it as we left it? Or is
And
it-
actually, as you guys pull up, Draku, you receive a soft whisper in the
Oh,
back
no.
of your mind
Uh
as you hear Diana's voice speak from out of nowhere and say, "Have you guys returned?" Or
When has
have
she been able to do that?
magic?
oh. She did that. She did that like when we were in the Island
She
River.
did it
Can
to
I-
me. She did
Can
it
I
to me.
respond to this message?
And then you hear another whisper. You can respond to this message.
We are on our way back to the cooler house.
Oh. And then a couple seconds later, exactly 6, if anybody's asking, you hear, "Did you find anything of interest?" You can respond to this message.
We found the symbol on the back of the door, and we also found a dead preacher.
6 seconds later. I'm sorry to hear that. It has been uneventful. Her parents are still out cold. You can respond to this message.
This is so
Love it.
robotic. It's so funny.
Fantastic.
That's good. Hopefully they're not going to mind us crashing out there.
And essentially by that point, you guys are at the house. And you can see it's dark, like you guys left it to make it look like nobody's home, or if they are, they're asleep. And you see Diana open up the door and step out onto the porch as you guys essentially are dismounting from your horses. And she walks up
Can
to
we
you.
take the horses around back?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
To
Yeah,
make it
let's
look-
do that.
To make it look like that no one's home.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Okay.
Yeah, instead of one horse out front, they're
Okay.
like, "Huh, there must be a party. There's like 6 horse butts out
Yeah.
here."
Yeah.
Leave them around and then go up back around the front.
We're trotted into their
It's like,
living room.
you know, when all your family's over because all their cars are there.
Yeah.
All
Diana,
my
I need
horses
to-
are
I need to-
here.
Diane, I need to talk to you about a ring I found.
Oh, okay. I figured we'd talk about the dead preacher first. But one thing at a time, I guess. Where did you find it?
It was on his bedside table.
Oh, well, I don't know if. Well, let me see it. I can't do too much with the divine, but maybe it's not.
Okay, I take it off my neck. I hand it to her.
And um, she looks at it and is immediately less interested in the wood that's at the bottom of the ring, but more in the endless living vine that essentially makes the rope that holds it.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "Well, he's definitely the priest of Melora. After all, I certainly can't do acts of nature like this.
He did that?
Well, it didn't grow like this.
Hmm.
At least I've never seen a vine that would grow in and seal itself and live off of itself without dying. I don't
Like,
think anything can do that."
John just kind of thinks to himself like, nature. Who could do nature stuff in the party?
Yeah, I was gonna take it to
Hmm.
City later, but you kind of
Just someone who's
I
just
mean,
not here
I wasn't
because
being so subtle about it like you.
yeah, just someone's who not here because he thought that other
Yeah.
friends were more important.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh.
So, is this a typical ring that someone of Melora would have?
Melora? Oh, wait, never mind.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, eh, and if my eyes, of course, didn't deceive me, I think our friend Placidity received something similar in our short stay over in Komar. But it wasn't
Really?
wood. I think his is stone.
Above table real quick.
One
Whenever he said Melora, I was about to pull like that stereotypical GF thing, like, bitch, who Melora?
What do you? What?
Wait,
like,
Savannah, what were you gonna say?
I think she said be our back.
Oh, okay.
Cause
Oh,
like,
I didn't hear that.
Oh.
have you never had that thing like where you get like a text because your girlfriend's like very jealous or something like that, and like it's like from a girl, and it's like, bitch, who is this?
That
Who
was
this?
a
Who this ho Melora?
little-
A god.
Yeah.
My
Oh.
god.
classic. All right. Well, if that's all there is, I want Lucidity to have this. At least let the preacher live on that way. At the very least,
I
maybe he
think
can find something more in it.
I'm sure he could. Like I said, my magic. Well, I have a bit of the understanding of the natural world, but I am certainly not connected to it like he might be,
Understood.
especially with his newfound abilities.
I see.
That's
Well, I appreciate the description. Thank you, Diana. I think Draku's waiting for you. Draku, buddy. I snap to you and I just kind of wave you over and I go inside.
Hi.
I'm glad you're safe.
I'm glad everything went well here as well.
Well, it was boring, but I will take boring for right now.
I would have to agree. No sign of the parents waking up.
No, in fact, after about a half an hour, Eris also fell asleep too.
Okay.
So all's been quiet here.
I think if we are going, because it is fairly late, if we're going to stay
Okay, I'm back.
here,
Sorry.
we're going to
Zachary
have to
came back.
do it in shifts.
I would agree. I think it would be best not to let our guard down at all. My spell will be active for the next 8 hours, though, so at least we'll have that. But
Are they
unfortunately, that only affects the parents' room. But we'll know if they leave, whether we want them to or not.
are they still bound or no?
Yes, they're still unconscious too. Like I said, it's been rather uneventful. So,
when
how
John,
did
oh,
this
sorry.
preacher die?
Well, from what they were saying, it seems like uh they he was captured and drowned by multiple people.
Drowned. There's, I guess, a bog is deep enough, huh?
Drowned
Like-
in 2 inches of water.
Words. John would just hear this like, we believe they killed him at the monolith at the site because they were making a bog there.
Y'all had that conversation away from me, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, that was my bad.
Hey,
Yeah, it's like
did you know
It's
that
like-
you for your Ruby poster fell?
What? Somebody say
What?
Ruby.
Oh no.
I actually didn't know
What?
that. My
It broke
immersion.
the.
My
Sorry.
immersion!
Sorry. Hold on a second.
but
Wait,
like,
and does that mean your betrayer husband is back?
Yeah, he's
He
back.
is. Check the chat.
Tell him to get his ass online.
we
He's
That's what I
working
said.
on it.
He's got to
We-
do that Mother Nature shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you
literally
have
he
an
actually
opportunity
has
to
an-
play. We need you to look at a ring.
Okay,
Anyways,
so Draco and
but-
Diana or whoever was
Yeah,
talking.
we found a ring and it's naturey. Like,
I say to Diana before I go back in the house, go in the house. I was like, seems he was killed in a sacrificial thing towards the monolith in a religious fashion. They captured him and killed him as an example, quote unquote heretic toward their new religion.
You see her face darken as you tell her this, and kind of nods in understanding, looking at the baled bundle of blankets on the back of Draku's horse.
I also tell her the words that we read on the wall in the in the preacher's study, and like that said, to those who do not believe.
That is most disturbing. I wonder if that has something to do with why Eris's parents were so upset when we mentioned it.
We can only
Quite possible.
predict for now.
Well, what's our plan then?
User disconnected from your channel.
Apparently, we're gonna need some sleep for sure.
We're going to go to sleep, and then tomorrow we're going to talk to the mayor by force if we have to.
I also maybe recommend going back to the house to check that message and see the other clues we have seen and see how long it's been that way. To get a
Maybe
time
use-
frame.
Well, I guess we can deduce that it had been there for about as long as the preacher had been drowned.
Probably 2 weeks. Because he didn't make any type of statements since 2 weeks ago on his record log.
It sounds like the thing on the. Actually, I can talk about that with the group in game. Never mind.
Yeah, you can. You guys were all there.
Oh, okay. So we're all inside now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that what they wrote on the wall was a warning because it was written in common. If they were gonna write to people who had followed the monolith, it would have been in the same symbols on the monolith and like on the door. But it was written in common as like a warning.
So should we do kind of like a ambush or trap? So like try to convince people whatever they're saying that don't believe, we don't believe it, and then try to catch them in the act and ambush them.
Well, if we do,
That's not a bad idea. Dangerous, but it might work.
well, if we do that, we don't. We have the possibility of causing like a riot or something because of how many people believe in this. If we do
You're
that,
right.
I'm pretty sure we will not fare very well against 20 to 30 townsmen. I don't
Yeah,
care. I don't care if I can take them out with one of my spells. It's still 20 to 30 of them.
Yeah, we don't want to take out the entire town.
True.
Hmm.
Anyways, I'm going to go get some sleep and John takes off his sword, his shield, his 2 gauntlets that he has on on his legs. He unholsters his crossbow, and
My goodness.
this man is like,
Freaking loaded. Aragorn.
Tooled up.
Then he pulls out from like the back of his like under his belt. He pulls out a knife, places it on a counter, and pulls out his hairpin, which is a knife, and places
Okay,
it down.
I think we get the point. We have a lot of gear.
Gotcha. Okay.
Takes off his boot that have hidden guns. I'm just kidding about the last part.
Alright.
It's also a gun.
No, but he just goes upstairs and then.
All right, we're gonna have to sleep in shifts. So
Yeah.
we have 2 very not so happy people.
Yeah. Not only do we have those people on the inside, we have be careful in case anyone tries to come in from the outside. All right, who's got first watch?
I guess I will. I'll take first.
Okay. Should we have just one person up, or one person to watch outside, one person to watch inside?
It's always good to do teams of 2.
Okay, that's fair. I'll stay up with you, Draku, if you don't mind.
All right, I'll let Diana sleep.
Okay.
Just grab me for the next one. I'll take the next 6 hour. Wait, how many hour shifts are we doing?
I
How-
think it's 3.
Well,
Because if you do 3 shifts of 3, that's 9 hours.
Yeah.
it's three shifts of 3, but also remember it is 2 a.m. in the morning.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. So like 2 shifts.
Yeah, probably 2 shifts because.
Actually, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, no. 2 shifts. And John for the second one. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I love it.
John and who for the second shift?
John and who else? Because the first 2 are Rack and who?
Arak and Draco.
Draku.
Okay. And then who for the second?
I can do the second.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Savannah, are you still here?
I think she's giving Zach the rundown.
I'm back.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
she's back. Never mind.
Sorry.
All right. We were talking about you guys are going to go to sleep, but you're going to do it in shifts.
Okay.
One person to watch the people inside, the parents, and then one person to watch the outside in case any visitors come to the house.
Okay, I'll do take whatever shift.
I think we already got it covered.
Yeah,
for
we
Okay,
the
sweet.
first
You
3
can
hours, and
But
then
there's 2, but if you want to stay up for like the second one or like have them wake you up, you can do that. I mean, I don't really care. Doesn't
I
matter.
mean, she doesn't really sleep. She just meditates. So I mean, doesn't matter to her.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Okay.
matter to Laura.
So
And
for the second one then?
Yeah, second one's fine.
Okay.
but one thing
Okay.
I want to do one quick thing before I go to bed.
'Kay.
When I walk up the stairs, I take like a right and go down this and go continue down the hallway or whatever, or stairwell, balcony, whatever it is. And I know what I know which room Eris's is.
Yeah, you would.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
That's all I ask. Shut up. I knew you were gonna do this.
Ooh.
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 No,
Hey,
but
I don't say
What's
love
this?
interest lightly. Wink, wink.
Anyways,
Anyway,
John-
continue.
John opens the door and
Are we going for a panty raid?
No.
Oh, Lord
no.
above. Centigrade.
Whenever
I'm
I
sorry.
try,
I'm
whenever
so
I
sorry.
try to do,
No, that's
Continue.
fantastic.
whenever I try to do something good, it turns out to just be not good at all. Ever. Never.
No, it's just because I'm an asshole and you're trying to have a serious somber moment and I keep wrecking it. I'm so sorry, please continue.
Okay. When John, he sees Eris sleeping, just kind of goes over to her bed and lays on the floor, and with his hand, which is closest to her, holds her whatever hand is whichever way she's sleeping. Okay, if we're gonna be
Yeah, no, she's
specific.
kind of got a hand like flopped over the side of the
Okay.
bed, and
Mm,
you reach up and
mm.
almost like as if it's a natural instinct, your fingers interlock, um, and you guys are holding hands as you fall asleep.
This is so freaking cute. I want a
John,
fan fiction.
John sleeps on the floor for
Okay.
3 hours.
Okay.
Not much, 3 hours.
Who's ever's on first watch, go ahead and roll your perception check. Draku, are you gonna have the torch lit so you don't roll at disadvantage?
Sure.
I do have a torch lit as well. Actually, no, I'm inside, so there's already like the.
I guess there's the other question: is who's inside, who's outside, or are you doing both in one spot?
Drake, do you have dark vision?
I do not.
Okay. I mean, I can. I'll do a
I
perimeter.
say, since I have weapons that can be launched forward, I will watch outside. You watch inside.
Why
can-
watch outside when you guys can just look out the window? Watch out the window.
Oh, well, either way, one's looking out, one's looking in.
Yeah, we could
I'm
do like
gonna
a rotating perimeter.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, that'll work.
Is this the first shift? Or this
Yes,
the second
this is
shift?
the first
First
one.
shift.
You'll
Okay,
be participating in the second.
Okay, I was gonna say second shift. I probably should be outside if we're doing
Do we want a
range
torch?
stuff.
Yeah, we we want a torch, unless this room has a campfire, not a campfire, a fireplace.
Well, I mean, then if we're gonna have a torch, the person in the inside doesn't need it. The person that goes outside could use it. So, I would say just do one.
Okay, I'll do it. And by the way, I freaking rolled a nat 20 on my perception +5.
Nice.
Bada bing, bada boom.
And
And
rolled
that
a
was with the
26.
torch, so it's not with not with disadvantage.
Yeah.
User
And
joined your
Draku,
channel.
your was the 19 plus 7.
Yeah, which is, I just want to point this out there, still better than his nat 20.
Yeah, that's a little sad.
Let me just say above table, the trader has returned.
Hey, welcome back.
And
Welcome back for
Hello.
like the last 10 minutes of this episode.
Okay, so I need to have a scene with lucidity. Whenever I went inside with the ring.
Okay, we'll do that right now then, because
Okay.
I have
Yeah.
a plan of where I want to end this, and if that goes how I want it to, you won't get that scene. So let's do that right now.
Okay. I
Okay.
just walked in. Everyone else is outside. So the only people inside
Right,
are.
you catch
Eris.
Placidity right as he's about to go to
Yeah.
bed.
Yeah.
Hey, what's
Hey,
up, Rack? How did the
Okay.
thing go?
It was depressing.
I
I'm
bet.
A bit
I heard
angry.
a little bit about it from Alora.
Yeah. Creature is dead. He was killed.
I suspected as much.
But he had this interesting ring on his bedside table.
Okay.
I remember you saying you found something similarly in Komar, a ring of stone, but I have here a twisted purple ring of wood. I'm wondering if you might get something out of it.
Huh. Okay, interesting. Well, this looks
Placidity,
cool. I
Rack
haven't seen
hands you
anything quite
over
like that.
this ring of knotted, impossibly smooth purple heart wood.
Huh.
The ring has a band running through it that could be used to wear as a necklace.
Okay.
And the band is made of one continuous, endless piece of ivy.
Interesting.
Evergreen with a couple small leaves sprouting from various points in its viney stalk. But those leaves are starting to brown at the end.
Interesting.
By normal standards, an impossible creation.
Right, right.
So Diana, I asked her about it before I came in here. She said that he made the ivy, like this was something he like was able to do. And I'm wondering if maybe your recent druid powers might be able to keep that vine or that ivy alive.
Yeah, let me see what I can discern here. Can I roll a... I guess it would be a nature check?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm guessing that would be the best one to do. If nothing else, maybe try to tap into it. 15, that's not too bad.
So you look over this, and you really can't see what you want to see in it. So you kind of close your eyes and coil the necklace inside the palm of your hand, and essentially clasp the other hand over it, sealing it within your palms. And you think about the object that lies within the wood, the life that runs courses through that ring of ivy. And you feel its energy like a soft candlelight almost in your mind's perception. It's very weak, but it's there.
There's something definitely in this. I'm having trouble accessing it. Be afraid to
Well,
put it on, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like it would harm me.
honestly, I feel like if anyone was gonna wear it, I think it would have to be you.
Well, heck, let's roll the dice, so to speak. Let's see what happens. I stick it on one of my fingers.
Oh gosh.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
You're
Well,
wearing the stone ring you have, right?
Does that mean that you're going to take the ivy band off? Because the ivy band runs through the ring, like it's
Oh, I see what you're saying.
continuous. Yeah. Or are you gonna wear it like a necklace?
We wear it
That's
like a
good
necklace.
question. Yeah, let's try wearing it like a necklace, see if that does anything. I'll, as I put it on, I hold my arm in between my neck and the band on the ivy, just in case it's something that tries choking you when you get it put on.
Hey, that's a
above table. Little
Ah,
did he
damn
know
it! You spoiled it.
little did he know it was a cursed object.
Yeah.
I
You
was
can
thinking
never
it was
take it
cursed
off.
whenever he said purple. I was like,
I was about to bring a whole new meaning to the word choker. Damn it!
Placidity is a little smarter than the average tiefling, apparently.
Right on. So
does
you
it?
you
Oh,
put
sorry.
it on with taking precautions, and you sit, and instantly nothing happens.
Huh.
But as you start to sit with it, you feel a small pulling sensation. Not in the physical department, but more of in the spiritual, magical, maybe. But you feel as if this ring, this necklace, is pulling a little bit of magic from you. Not a lot. Maybe not even enough to be considered dangerous. This goes on for a while. Do you let it continue?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna let an expert check this out. I gotta take the necklace off.
It comes off.
I will just put it in with my rucksack and have it checked out by a professional.
I will say roll a perception check, please.
Oh, okay. 15.
nice,
The
baby.
leaves are a little bit greener than they were before.
Oh.
Maybe it just needs a little something. I don't know. I still want to get it checked out before I do anything reckless, though. I'd hate to get stuck in a fight and then all of a sudden it turn on me or something.
Fair enough.
Come here, Simone.
Happily
Put it on,
bound
Simone.
your arms.
I wouldn't do that to Simone.
You're going to power this.
Now, Zimzalabim, however, no, I'm just kidding.
Aww.
I'm kidding.
Alright.
That boy got a lot of power.
Yeah, he does.
Peter
guess
would
that's-
be all over your ass if you did that.
Oh my gosh.
I don't care. I'm a druid. Leave me alone.
Oh,
I
so
am PETA.
That all
Butcher
that
of
happens in this-
animals. Hey, I'm a druid, guys. It's okay.
Yeah.
uh,
I'm like respectful and shit.
I'm like the hippie. So you can screw off.
Yeah.
I'm into
I'm like-
nature and
I'm like
stuff.
a
You
monk of the
unenlightened
universe.
scrubs, get out of here, please.
I am like monk and druid. I'm like nature
in tune
incarnate.
with nature, man. I'm like enlightened and all that shit. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
So the priest, he was found dead, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a sad thing. Was there anything else discovered?
There was a writing on the wall. It was in common. It said to those who don't believe, and the same the same symbol that we found on those carts. In
The
the mill?
A thing?
Yeah, it
Oh.
was on the back of his front door.
Sounds like a new cult has moved into this little town.
You're killing priests because of the monolith. I ain't having it.
Could be. Could be. What's our next move, do you think?
I'd have to discuss it with the group, to be honest. We don't know where the monolith is exactly, but from what we could tell, it seemed like he was drowned in front of the monolith where John had his visions,
Really?
and then was brought next to his house.
Interesting.
were able
Almost
to
like
discern
a
it.
message.
Our sacrifice.
Ooh. Getting a little
But-
creepy.
Anyway, we should probably be getting to bed. We need sleep.
Let's do it.
Not much more we can do in the dark.
True that. Thank you, Rek.
Just don't let him be forgotten.
The priest?
Exactly. Yeah, the priest.
Something I've learned in the wild is there's a time and a season for everything. A season for growth, a season for life to fulfill its purpose, and a season for it to die so they can be reborn again. I do not feel like priest's death was part of that natural cycle.
No.
It won't be forgotten.
Not as long as I live, at least.
Here, here. I clasp you on the shoulder, friendly.
Oh.
Well, rest well.
Yeah, you get to bed. I'll take the first watch.
Flash forward.
Yep. So you guys had pretty spectacular rolls. And late into the true middle of the night, as you guys stay vigilant under the soft glow of the dying flames of the torch, nothing comes about. You wake the next people that will be taking their shift, which is Alora, John, and Thea, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where are you guys gonna be?
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
be
where?
inside. I'm gonna be inside.
John will be
I'll
inside.
probably be outside because I have range.
Okay.
So. And
Thea,
night
where are
vision.
you gonna be?
I was
Yeah,
gonna
and you-
say outside.
Or dark
but
vision, whatever.
I have dark
Okay.
vision too, but I guess both of us can be outside.
Alright, are you guys gonna try and hide yourselves, or are you gonna be just out in the open,
Oh, yeah.
patrolling? Okay,
Yeah,
go
I
ahead
have
and
a-
roll stealth checks then, for both of
Okay,
you
let's see.
who are hiding.
Plus 11 to stealth check.
Plus 5.
Thea?
Oh my gosh.
Disappears.
I have an 11 in sleight of hand, but not,
Oh,
not
okay,
in,
not stealth.
Okay, there's that.
What is it? Plus 8 in stealth.
Yeah, but I got 28.
Natural
That's
20
fair.
with plus
Nice.
8.
My
Wow.
imagery is spot on.
Fantastic.
As the three of you meet up on the porch outside the front door, and you discuss your plan, what you'll do if you see something, and who's gonna be where. You all wish each other good luck, and everybody turns around. And John, you think of something, and like you can still see Alora in your peripheral vision. She hasn't taken more than one step away from you, and you turn around to say, "Oh, Thea," and she's gone.
She's gone. She's out of here.
Like, there's
Invisibility.
nowhere
Like
she
half a
could have
second.
hid. It's open 10 feet in every direction from you, but she's gone.
She
Oh my
just
goodness.
she just literally stood up against the wall and went into the wall. Just like
I know, she like
Yep.
melted.
Yep, but there was no wall. She did it out of thin air.
just no,
Melted
she
into
sunk
the
in the
grass.
floor. Yeah, on the floor.
Yep, yeah, disappeared through the ground.
I just imagine her like getting on all fours and going.
Yeah, crawling through the grass. I am
like-
the night.
Or like going into Laura's shadow or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Imagine if that was my 11.
Oh no.
Oh jeez.
I mean, it's a
Uh,
natural 20. It was
That'd
going to
be
be
a
a good.
31.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Anyway.
fantastic.
31 would have been.
Wait, so does anything happen in the night?
Oh, I gotta
Roll a perception check.
Dun,
Oh,
dun,
I
I'm
was
gonna
dun.
roll
wondering
some.
if I could,
Get another
digital
20,
dice.
please.
Call Marcus, since I'm alone.
I got a
Oh!
20.
My
Hot damn.
gosh.
What a time.
Yeah.
Finally,
Lucas,
I
did you
got
hear me?
2 nat ones.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, since I'm alone and hidden, I was wondering if
Yes.
I could talk to Marcus. Does I have that little compass?
You do. You have that lock.
Or lock, yeah.
Very well. How would you like to go about doing that?
Well, if no one could see me, right? I would rather, I just want to ask him, like, how's the guild going? No. So I'll pull out the locket, and I'll see if he answers.
If you remember correctly, it's not a locket. It is literally the lock that you showed him how to pick when you guys first met.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So you, as instructed, flip it over, get out your key, which was also presented with it,
Mm-hmm.
and insert it into the slot. You hear all the various tumblers click and move into position. As you turn the key counterclockwise, it emits a small ting as the top of the lock comes unclasped. And what do you say into it?
Like, hello, are you there, Marcus?
A couple seconds later, the lock magically, under its own power, reclasps and locks. And in the back of your mind, almost like somebody standing behind you, whispering into your ear, "How you doing, kid? It's been too long."
Oh gosh, that scared me.
I love that accent.
I'm doing all right. How are you? How's the guild?
It's good to hear from you, Thea, but I gotta admit, it's the middle of the night, so I don't mean to be rude, but I hope this is important.
Okay, wait. I have a question. Okay, what is the time difference between like?
Oh dear goodness.
Like 2 hours.
2 hours. Okay, that's fair.
From Seaguard to Vorpal Solon, yeah, 2 hours.
So
Oh
wait,
yeah.
if it's already been 2 hours, it would be 4 a.m. though, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, it's not that.
Yeah, and most of us are still asleep at 4 a.m.
Yeah, it's gonna be like it's still in the
But
middle of the
remember,
night.
this is prime stealing time for thieves.
4 a.m.
Yeah, everyone's
It is-
asleep.
Someone's asleep, yeah. So technically, we would still be awake.
Hey, but as you've come to know Marcus, he used to be the man on the ground, but now he's got his
House
assistant
in the
scout.
sky.
He kind of more runs the show than actually does the actual snatching, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
So just to like brief it up, I would just say like I tell him what's going on, so it speeds up since we don't have much time. So I basically brief him like what's going on in their situation, and like if he has any like ideas or clues about the symbol or anything like that too.
So, after being politely asked if he could go back to bed, you drop this emotional bomb
Oh,
on
no,
him. of
said you
all
better-
the shit that's conspired in the last 6 weeks with
well,
you.
You said this better be important, and so that's what I'm saying. Listening at what's going on, and then asking him about questions. You said this better be important. So I'm
Yeah,
telling
he
him
did,
something
but your definition of important and his might be two very different
Oh,
things.
true.
This is a crime boss we're
But
talking
he
about here.
politely listened as you tell and get caught up.
Alright.
Then you
That-
figure out
Well,
he's
kid, it
sleeping.
sounds like you signed up for the adventure of a lifetime.
I sure did.
I'm a little envious I didn't decide to tag along with you now.
Yeah, it's
But
been a rough
if
ride.
I were you, that mayor fella you mentioned, he definitely seems like he's got the hand in the cookie jar of this whole scenario, I think.
Alright, cool. Any idea of what the symbol?
Can't say I've ever seen that before. It's strange the way you described it. I could see why it would spook you, though. Spook me thinking about it.
Well, that's been the one time so far of this whole adventure. I'll try not to do this again at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Oh,
But it's
don't
like-
get me wrong, kid. It's nice to hear from you. I'm glad you're safe and well and, getting yourself out there. But, if you could be a little more reasonable,
Actually, wait,
I would
wait,
appreciate
Lucas. I'm not trying to be like mean or anything, but the first watch was 3 hours, and would be 5 a.m.
He's
Because
still
we had
fucking
two.
sleeping.
So no, so it
Look-
would be 5 a.m. our time, so it'd be 7 a.m. his time. So he'd be
Again,
awake, fight me.
I'd still be sleeping.
Yeah, if I'm. Yeah.
I
He's the
mean,
boss for a
I'm
reason.
awake
He's
Hey,
at
allowed to
6
sleep
A
in.
a.m.
master
in the morning.
thief's gotta work here. And I work hard and I play hard. You dig?
I would be super fucking pissed.
I would be too. 7 o'clock, I'd be like, my alarm clock doesn't go off for another 2 hours, and you woke me up.
Yeah.
Monday through Friday, I get up at 6 to 7 a.m. in the morning, so
You
don't
have
give me that
to.
crap.
5:30
I don't
every
have
day.
to. My classes are until like 11 and 10, but I choose
My
to get up that early.
immersion.
So,
Yeah, okay, all right.
Immersion.
Let's reel it in.
Okay.
You woke him up. He's a little upset, but not enough to not listen and give you advice.
Alright,
Just like he always has in the past.
Alright, and I also want to bring in, it's like, I don't have much alone time, too. So, when I get a chance to watch out, it's when I'm alone, which is going to be night, pretty much.
Well, I
Isn't
think
there
I've
a
taught
different
you
fighting
better, but
rounds?
if you're on watch, that's an important duty, Missy.
True. Yeah.
You got people dependent on you now. Can't be slacking off and falling asleep like you used to.
Yeah, that's
Oof.
true.
Burn.
Big oop.
Alright, well, I'll let you get back to rest. Thank you for the help.
Take care, kiddo, and stay safe out there.
Will
It's
do.
good to hear from you. Call anytime.
Alright. You better hold on to that word.
Hey, you better hold on to that lock, kiddo.
Yeah, I will.
And with that, you watch as the lock in your hand magically chink as it reclasps itself.
Cool. Now I just need to make sure not to jump next time he whispers in my ear.
feel
Alright.
like maybe you ought to roll a perception check there, Thea.
I already did. I got a 19.
Yeah, I like how she's like, I got a good perception. Okay, I want to make a phone call.
Yeah. No kidding.
So, Alora, did you roll an 11? Was that yours?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
That was for my stealth.
Oh, roll your perception check.
Oh, okay. 25.
Well, alrighty then. Nothing
Nothing's
hides from
getting
us.
past these guys.
Yeah.
So, it's about the night goes on without much advance. You start to see the graying light of the sun rising in the east. And it climbs a little higher in the sky, and it's getting close about time to wake the rest of your party up. All of you see it the three of you awake at least, at the same time. Coming down the road on a horseback
Muffin Man.
is the same gal you saw before in the mayor's office.
Oh no.
And she's trotting along at a leisurely pace, in no particular hurry, with no particular worry written across her face either. What would you guys like to do?
I'll probably go tell John.
Hmm.
When you go tell John and then go tell Ares to
Well,
see
you,
what she wants and get her out of here.
like I said, John, Alora, and Thea, you guys all see this. And
Oh, okay,
Thea,
we all do. Okay.
Thea and Alora are hidden. Thea's definitely hidden. Alora, you
Okay,
guys are hidden.
if I see this,
What did you say, Lucas? I'm sorry.
I said, Thea is definitely hidden
Mhm.
with a 28.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
Alora, you think you're hidden out
Okay,
of
thank-
sight.
Okay.
like whenever I'm like I'm not hiding. I'm just like kind of sitting there, and I see this coming in, and I kind of like just whisper to where only they can hear me. It's like just stay hidden, and if anything happens, like she texts me or something like that, that's when you guys come out of the shadows. Just let me be the front man.
Okay.
Didn't above table because I'm still sleeping. Didn't we tell her to come get us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making
It
sure.
was kind of like a, hey, we'll be here if you want to let us know about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Back
back to sleeping.
But I'm just kind of like standing there, and like and she's coming.
So you
in,
kind of like walk
yeah,
out on the dirt
yeah.
road to meet her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And she walks up and kind of slides off the horse and does like a little curtsy and says, "Good morning, sir. I just came here to let you know that the mayor's ready to see you now. He got back in town late last night, so when y'all ready to come down and talk, he's ready for you." And that's where we're gonna end tonight's
okay.
session.
And big oof.
We just started.
Oh,
Zachary.
did we? Did
Did
we
we,
now?
Zachary? Did we, Zachary?
It was
Purge the
like the
heretic.
transition from you leaving and coming back was so smooth.
Purge the heretic.
We are. It's already been done. The pastor's dead.
Oh.
Mission accomplished.
Priest, rather. Sorry.
We haven't killed Pastor Zach yet. He's the next one on the list.
Your channel was edited.
Anyways.
Wait, before you stop recording, everyone that's listening on YouTube, if you want to watch it live on Saturdays at 9 p.m. I still screw this up.
8 p.m. Pacific time, 10 o'clock Central.
There you go.
Yeah.
Go to twitch.tv/ZachCubed with the K. Zach with the K.
Okay.
And should
Thank
plug
you,
it in the
everybody,
description, too.
for this surprisingly more emotional than I thought it was going to be session.
Mm.
Y'all take
Yeah.
care. Catch you next time.
Ah.